Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What up?
This is episode 143 of the iLLogical Sense podcast.
143.
This is your boy Busby.
And over here is your boy JC No Hunters.
And Martin.
Yo, what's up?
Chilling like a motherfucking villain.
You damn right.
Yeah.
You're damn right. That's how y'all weekends are, but you all have the same shit. Work, chilling, smoking. Right?
Yeah, and I was hanging with my nephew too, man.
That too.
I don't want to ever let that out.
That
You know
too.
what I mean? I gotta put that out there.
You saw Spider-Man finally.
Yeah, finally seen Spider-Man. That shit was dope, man. That shit was dope.
Started a new job too. So
Starting a new job. That's good.
Yeah. Got the first day in and then just get a full week under my belt this week. So it was pretty cool. Just another driving gig.
Went out a little bit, and I was like super lucky on Friday. Man, my spot is the spot, man. They hooked me up with free drinks and shit. I ended up in someone's VIP. I don't know how I ended up in that bitch.
Hell yeah!
It just happens. They just love me.
Magically happened.
You know what's so crazy when I'm at this bar or whatever, I'm always just like the regular there, so I'm always just chilling and just scoping the scene, people watching. Because it's really, you ever people watch before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's interesting just looking at this people watching at people, and then people come up to me and they'll go like, "Oh, don't you work here?" They think I'm security. I'm like, "No, you see this drink in my hand?" Stupid. Come up to me and shit like that, and they're like, "Oh, you're just so calm." I'm like, yeah, you're the kind of chilling. You're not going after no females. Like, I'm not thirsty.
I
for
repeat, you see this drink in my hand?
Shit. One time I was at the bar and I guess a fight happened, and this dude tried tapping me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, look, stop this." I'm looking over there. I'm like, "Oh shit." Got my phone out.
Oh shit.
Nigga went,
Stop for what, nigga? I ain't a director.
I ain't gonna do this shit.
World star.
You feel me? Can't believe that shit. The fuck? But yeah, shout out to that spot. I don't want to say it out loud because stalkers. But yeah.
Because stalkers.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. Anyway. So. Last chance. You. That's what the people want.
And even if they didn't want this, what the fuck they gonna
What
get?
they gonna get?
Well, I guess I'm stuck here.
I mean, we were talking about it all in the group chat, and you had all that time to go watch it.
And I still didn't even pay attention.
Have you watched all the seasons?
You watched it from...
Nah.
Oh, you're missing.
You're missing out on the fuckery.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Oh, yeah. There is powerful
This
niggardry at work here.
Well, season 3 and 4 is powerful niggardry at its finest.
Yeah.
Season 1 and 2 is, it'd be cool.
It's fuckery, but, they're a winning program, so it was, it's just
necessary fuckery.
Yeah.
This one's fuckery. This program, Independence in Kansas City, it's called Independence, right?
Yeah,
Independent
Kansas.
Pirates. This,
So just so you know,
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
because I don't think Martine knows, but for the listeners who didn't pick up on our review last year when we reviewed it, Coach Jason Brown is a white boy from Compton. He was the head coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's from Compton. He's from the hood.
Yeah.
Hood. He is some dude I would love to chill with, smoke a blunt with, probably drink with, shoot the shit with. Probably have him on the podcast. Just someone you could just chill and talk to. I would never work with him. Because I'd kill him. I would kill him. I would fight him.
I would definitely need it would have to be a life or death situation for me to work for him.
Yes.
As in,
Damn.
I'm mentoring a kid. He has all the intangibles. He just needs to let it out, and if he stays here, he's probably going to go to jail or be murdered. And if they say, we'll bring him on if you come on staff, that's the only way I'll be on his staff. It would have to be literally life or death for, not me, but for the other.
Somebody.
Somebody
that you love and appreciate and you want to do something.
Right.
Other than that, I'd kill him.
Yeah, easy.
Well, damn.
Easy.
As a co-worker, assistant
Or as an
coach,
employee. Because, he is in charge. So
Yeah, well, the head coach.
Yeah. Anyway, this picks up.
This shit, I thought I was going to be in for it. I thought this was some junior college Miami Hurricanes type shit this year. No. It all looked that way, and going into the first game, everybody was upbeat, and I was like, all right, bet. Like, okay.
They're having barbecues. Yeah. They were all coming together and shit.
Team
like
camaraderie,
that.
like they literally picked up where they left off on what they built.
And he was saying like he was getting hella calls after season 3 aired. He said he hella people wanted to be recruited to his school.
Yeah, he said it turned out like 500 kids.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He said it like fuck, man. So Bobby Bruce came back.
Had a conversation with Malik Henry because
he wasn't like we predicted.
Jay Johnson, the quarterback, was
injured,
had a hamstring injury, and the other ones weren't ready. So
and Malik and Malik came back because no schools picked his ass up after they saw season 3 how he was acting.
Yeah. So
that wasn't a surprise to me. Like, oh, no one picked you up.
Right. So I'm like, okay, now they got internal drama, but this team looks fire because they got their whole defense is filled up with D1 comebacks.
They were predicted to go to the national championship.
Yeah.
For junior college,
right? So I'm like, all right, bet. And then the first game comes in, and I think they went like 41-10. So I'm like, all right, cool,
ass.
like cool. We on, like let's go. And then from there, man,
I think it started after episode 4. That's when after episode 4, everything went downhill.
It was just so damn depressing to watch.
But we got to get to episode 4.
So let me just get this clear. Okay. There's D1 athletes at a JUCO.
Yeah, because what happens is they do bad with grades. They get kicked off the team.
Yeah.
They get they have the situation with Dakota, who now got drafted by the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him.
Yeah, a few years back, he was literally like the wholesome kid, but he just got caught up with the wrong group, and they went and robbed somebody at Texas Tech.
Yeah,
they kicked him off, and then they at EMCC they gave him a second chance, and then he like blossomed, and then Texas Tech was like, okay, we've seen you grown, now come back.
Wasn't Chad Johnson on the junior college team? That's how he got drafted?
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah, no,
I mean, Cam Newton's was one. Yeah. He was at Florida, and he went back, forgot which school he went to, but then became the number 1 QB.
In Alabama, I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, for those who are just tuning in, I for sure have a special type of love for JUCO, considering that my first 2 professional years of videography were for City College of San Francisco football team. My brother was there.
Okay.
I got a national title ring out of that. Yep. So, when the whole series just came out of JUCO, I was like, I'm locked in because I know exactly what this life is about.
Mine was just, was just football, period. And documentary, football, it just goes together. When you're going inside the team, camaraderie, you see the drama and all that shit. That's fucker.
Right. So last year's episode 4,
that's fucker.
Coach Brown was under the other coach, Sims. He was under his staff for a while.
Okay.
Then there was like this bitter fallout. So they were going up against each other, and then it was just nothing but shit talking throughout the whole week, going back and forth.
That was that was the last season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that.
And then Coach Brown not Coach Brown, like JB beat them, like his team beat them. And he didn't talk shit or nothing. He kind of talked shit off the field when he was with his team. He didn't talk shit, shook his hand, and he was happy as fuck. But then Sims, he didn't talk to the camera. He just walked off. He didn't say nothing.
Going into going into this episode 4, Bobby Bruce, who's one of the players, got involved with some shit.
Yeah.
Went to somebody else's apartment, left with a bag. They couldn't explain what
that was in episode 2, man.
Yeah.
That was depressing. I had to watch episode 3 to lift my spirits up a little bit because I was just like...
So he got kicked off, and then some other shit took place with some other players on the team. So they ended up being like 1-2 going into this game.
Yeah.
When they're supposed to be predicted, like, this is supposed to be a shootout. This game was supposed to be one team's going to have their first loss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just so happened that Sims' team also had a loss too.
No, they were undefeated. They were 2-0.
I thought they were 2-1 because I thought it was their 4th game too.
They were 2-0. I remember seeing that. Probably them preseason games. You know how they used to have those shit, the preseasons, and then they really counted division shit. Yep. That's probably what it was.
But anyway, so we get into this joint and
my God,
Sims,
no. It was like quiet. How did you describe it? Guilty conscience.
Yeah, this was Guilty Conscience. This was Guilty Conscience in documentary form.
Yeah. In documentary form.
Like Sims is just like
the angel.
He has a way of coaching about him, and it's like, hey, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna show them who's boss. And then it goes to JB. Yeah, they smell like pussy over there.
It smells like straight pussy out there.
So it's like, oh, we're here.
Effort. Yo, it smells like straight pussy out there. And then it was another funniest part. He's like, yo, he's a fuck boy. Yeah. And then you put it in a closed caption, they spelt it. They actually spelled FUCCIBOI. Fuck boy. I was like, they really spelled it. Coast.
Dude's from Compton, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming he's affiliated with the Crips. Then putting the CC.
No, it said it in the caption.
No, that's Netflix shit.
It was
That's
Netflix.
Netflix shit.
Oh, so they're affiliated with Crips. All right, cool, got you.
Yeah.
He's a fuckboy.
Brown went into it, and there's pictures shown of him. He's obviously was never a gang member, but
he was
the
affiliated.
ones that were protecting him were blood sets.
Oh,
and he
shit.
was a quarterback back in the day too.
Like it wasn't like he was literally born and raised
In the hood.
Yeah, I get it.
And and his whole he was notorious for changing programs around.
Right.
In like less than a year or 2 years
so
or whatever.
last year was his second year.
And
This year was his third year.
He won him a bowl game and won them the division.
like for the first time in 30 years.
Oh shit.
So like he literally
He
was turning
changed
around.
the whole program
Changed
around.
the whole culture
Right.
and shit. Yeah, I got you.
That's his whole MO.
Yeah. And then this shit,
game.
man, was
this
just
game. See, we talked about episode 4 last season, and that was full of fuckery. This was the sequel. Episode 4, the sequel.
and boy was it better.
Oh my god. Just the contrast between Sims and JB was just like, you can't write TV better than
No.
this. It was like,
That
mwah.
episode ended because Busby told me, he goes, "It's the sequel," and I was like, "I'm just starting right now." An hour later, that's when I text y'all and I said, "Give this motherfucker an Emmy."
You were posting all the quotes.
Yeah.
Let's suffocate these
seriously.
motherfuckers in the second half and go get some pussy.
I'm seeing these quotes and I'm like, what the fuck is this happening on the fucking show?
And then what made it worse is that Sims, he was talking about how good he was as a coach, how better he is, and all this other shit.
How he's so composed, and literally it was the end of Guilty Conscience. Fuck it. What am I saying? Shoot them both.
Oh, shit.
After he won, all of a sudden,
No,
like,
let's talk about
fuck
what
it.
was going on during the game, because he was losing it during the game. Like when because he was telling all his players to tuck in their jerseys, like, tuck in your jersey. You want to be like them, tuck in your jersey, right? First play of the game, he puts Malik in there and he says, bomb it. Just go to straight. First play, just bomb it out there because he wanted to confuse him. Malik, first play, bombed it, touchdown. and then corner's coming back, the secondary's coming back on the sidelines. Oh boy goes up to him, Sims goes up to him, if you would have tucked your jersey in, that would have never happened to you. I just said,
What kind of shit is
I
that?
immediately said, man, shut the fuck up.
yeah.
That was my first response. As soon as he said as a player, I would have been, man, shut the fuck up. You want to go out there and do it? Fuck you.
Yeah.
That would make me not want to play with you. Like, who the fuck is you?
And then it just like
And then
it was just a battle all throughout.
I think
the rest of the
JB was
game.
more kind of quiet. He was more like yelling at his coaches more than Sims was yelling at him.
But then, like I said, fast forward, they end up winning the game.
They
Like,
came
again,
back.
at this point, everything's still shocking me. I'm like, oh, they're losing. So this is what the season's going to be. And then as soon as I said that, that's when Sims, he like shook off one of the assistant coaches, was like, "That's what y'all get for talking shit." And he's like,
What?
I just came here to congratulate you. What you talking about?
You talk hella
And
shit.
then after that, like, all the players jumped in. And
JB
like,
was about to fight. He was like,
left-
"You want to take flat on me,
Yeah.
bro?"
Oh,
like
shit.
it was, just, and he was the one that started it. The Sims was the one that started all the shit talking. He was
Yeah.
talking hella shit. JB was living. He was living rent free in his head, and it even got to the point where he was yelling over at the sideline to JB, the coach, and then he stops himself, and the mic picks up on him. He's like, "I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that." Like his, and I'm like, "Oh, so JB's in your head." I wanted JB to win just to see what would have happened if he would have lost. Probably would have choked out one of his players. Probably probably put some above the rim shit. Just shot him on the field.
No, it does.
Wow.
Because he was that, like, that's why I said this next season needs to focus on him. Because he was really intriguing to me. Like, it was like,
But it ain't gonna focus on him
I
because
know.
he got promoted up to a D2.
and then he kind of got some bad press on him because he let one of his fucking players die on the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's one of them coaches.
Shit.
One of them two. He like what's hollowed and shy. Like he thinks he's better than people, and then when you see him on, he's no different than nobody else.
Yeah.
I was like, no wonder why JB didn't like your ass.
Yeah, all it did was it just
Said that JB was
it
right.
secured what he said about him last year. Mm-hmm. And then
What did he say about him last year?
He was just a bitch, and like
Yeah. He said they can't be coached. They're like poorly coached and shit. And he was low key kind of right when they were like up like what 21-3 ish.
yeah,
And he said if he would have left Malik in there, they would have won the game.
yeah,
Probably. But after that, that's when it just goes downhill.
that really does. I mean, they got brand new turf, and then the community was upset about it because it was a $600,000 project,
And
and like our economy's going down, and you know
Mm-hmm.
you're putting it into this football team, and Howdy had mixed feelings about JB in general
because he's an asshole pretty much.
And they're just like, that's not what we. But
and they just start losing.
But he had a good point. He's like, without the football players, y'all ain't got no fucking money in this community. So what's the difference? What are you telling me?
Yep.
And it was true. They were going over the economy lines, and they were the ones.
Bringing all
the junior college was bringing the majority of the income into the community.
Yep,
that's crazy.
And then they just started losing games and losing games.
8-game losing streak after they won.
Every episode they would just lose. And
where is this?
Kansas
City.
Okay.
But
that makes a lot of sense.
But they were losing, and it was getting depressing to watch it. I'm like, the first time they lost, I was like, okay, and then it just kept going down and down.
Like, damn,
it was getting toxic. He was yelling at his players, yelling at the coaches. The one dude had a family. Every episode, it just got worse. And then when it really got bad towards the end, he was just firing. He was cutting players, firing coaches. He was just on a whole just.
Then he fired his whole staff for 24 hours.
Shit. And then hired him back.
And then rehired him back. And then, of course, that's when, the text message of.
When he called, I'm your
told
Hitler.
The German kid, I'm your new Hitler.
I laughed. They showed the players' reaction.
Yeah. The players were like, that's it?
That's all he said? He called me worse shit. And even I said, I remember when I read that shit, I was like, why did you say that, JP? I laughed. I was like, why did you say that?
It's never not going to be funny, but then at the same time, it's like, well, that was the death blow. Like, how, because you can't defend it.
You couldn't.
All you can do is laugh at it. Yeah. It's funny, but once you get past, like,
why did you say that?
Yeah.
I got to the point when I was seeing certain shit happen. I'm like, damn, JB, you need to chill. Because it was like, almost like I knew him, but it was like, nigga, chill, bro. That's all I kept saying. Even the one dude I kept saying, the assistant coach, he was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
He kept saying it the same way too. Fuck, man. Oh man, I love that dude. So then, the last episode they finally won a game. So after half the team was cut, and then
the board, once that text message went out, they pretty much forced him
went
to
viral
resign.
and went national and went worldwide. Everyone knew about it, so they had to let him go.
Yeah,
and he was just like, "Well, I changed." And then they showed his legacy. He changed the whole shit. Kids went off to schools and shit. Some players were just injured and bitching. Like that one episode when old boy was crying and shit, and went all fucking Boys in the Hood and just I just take this shit.
Swinging in the air and shit.
Damn near Malik had to calm him down. Malik was actually kind of cool this season because he knew he didn't have no other fucking shot, so he had to be cool.
Yeah, he's actually
walk on in Nevada.
No, he's actually in position to start.
Yeah. Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
So they finally saw he calmed down. So. Even he was kind of just like, even when shit was going to shit, he was just like, whatever. He had that whatever look on his face. He's like, I'm cool, whatever. But
pretty much.
But yeah, after that, I remember when they were showing all the, when they show all the people in the end and say whatever happened to him, like what happened to him.
Yeah.
They went to Coach Sims. I was like, oh, that's Coach Sims. What did it say? Oh, he lost a national championship by 1 point. I was like, that's what you get. I was like, yeah, that's what you get.
They took to Sheridan.
And then they showed JB and he was chilling like Suge Knight back in California with a cigar.
White Suge Knight, man.
It was gangster when he did that shit. I was like,
right outside the fucking Santa Monica Beach.
Yeah, with a cigar in his mouth. He was chilling, looking like Suge Knight. I'm like, I love this nigga, man. I was like, I love this dude. Too bad they can't do no more seasons with him, but fuck it. He made the series, man.
I'm interested to see if they're gonna stay at Indy since the coaching staff is still there and they pretty much.
I think that was the perfect ending. I think that was the perfect ending for that school. The legacy lives on.
But I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they did 2 years for every school because that's how it works at JUCO. You get 2 years, and after that,
I wonder where they're gonna go
on to the next.
Right.
That's exactly what they did. They did 2 years at.
Was it Oklahoma or Mississippi? It was Mississippi.
Yeah, East Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And then they did 2 years here. So. Come to SF, baby. We got them too.
I don't know.
Shit, that'd be tight.
There's gonna be drama because the first school,
Mississippi. Just to have it like setting,
Did you watch the bonus episode?
The bank
that was kind of depressing-ish.
Yeah, because one of the former players at EMCC, he got caught up in a murder.
Yeah.
Even though he was like. He wasn't physically there, but they were trying to argue that he knew beforehand. Mm-hmm. So they finally were able to release him or whatever. So they're showing the victim's family, in the same court proceedings and all that type of stuff.
Then they showed 2 other ones. Who's old boys going to the Raiders?
Ollie.
Ollie, yeah. Ollie's going to be on the radio. He's like not practicing, but
he made the roster going into training camp.
So he's going to be on fucking, what's it called?
Yeah.
Hard Knocks. Yeah. So that's going to be fire.
Shit.
Although,
that's going to be a nice graduate, yeah. Last chance to you to Hard Knocks.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's like going from fucking all that to SNL.
You feel like Keenan Thompson.
Yeah.
Hey. And then who's the other dude that got drafted to the Rams?
Dakota,
yeah.
Dakota Allen. So I knew from jump though, just watching him that season, I was like, nah, he's got it. He just got himself in some shit.
Yeah, but yeah, like Mississippi and Kansas City, those two seasons. How would you rank the seasons?
I don't know. This one was just depressing to watch, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
That's all I know.
Season 3 was the best. That was the most. Man, that was just.
Oh, yeah. That is powerful nigger.
That was everything. Episode 4 was personified that whole episode. Both episode 4s from both seasons personified JB's whole time there.
It's like they set it up for, and I don't know if it was intentionally or unintentionally, but it's like they set it up for like season 1. You just get introduced to them.
Yeah.
Or the first season with the teams.
Yeah.
You just introduce them, so you're like, okay, cool, like pull this out. Season 2, you're just like, fuck, man, like hurry up, like
get to the shit.
Yeah, like literally, it kind of makes you feel like the JUCO student, where it's like, I just need to get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, like just like I don't know if it was, I don't think it was intentional, but I just like that feeling where it's like. That's how it was for a student athlete to be there.
Like trying to get out.
Yeah, exactly. Teams were fucking flexing on them when they were beating us. We beat you on national TV. Is it really national TV? It's Netflix. So it's worldwide.
That's national.
Yeah, worldwide. It would have been better if they said worldwide.
Well, because they refer to national as the entire entire globe.
But TV on a national TV show. Then you lost by 1 point in the national championship. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Love the show, man. I don't know. Fuck, man. Look how he said that. I don't know what they're going to do next season. Netflix better renew it. I don't know where. But, man.
They'll figure it out.
Season 3 is the best season.
You'll get an update next year.
Yeah. Season 3 was the best one. Anyway, Emmy nominations came out. Euphoria didn't get nominated yet because it was early. But your show got nominated.
Why is it my show?
Well, you watched it.
Doesn't mean it's my show.
What?
When they see us.
Yeah, When They See Us just got 16 nominations. I don't understand. That's my show.
I
took forever to watch it.
This shit? Like,
it's your job.
I will be honest, I still haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No.
Oh.
You only did the one episode, right? Okay, cool.
Damn.
Okay.
Just one. You didn't watch it. Damn.
But I contribute to the view, so.
Yeah.
But they got 16 different nominations. So that's why I was like, why is it my show?
I don't know. You watched it more than anybody. Just one episode.
That's true. One episode.
Your mom watched it more than anybody.
Dude, she binged the whole time. I was shocked she binged it.
What the fuck?
It was only 4 episodes.
Yeah, but still, I mean.
Yeah. I was like, you mad?
That's your mom's show.
It's my mom's show. Hey.
All right,
then. Let's get the happy news. Well, that was good news. 16 nominations and shit like that.
I mean, fucking Hulu ended up with, I think, 43 overall, so...
Damn, HBO's
pissed. HBO had like 108.
Okay.
HBO had 108 nominations, fam.
Okay.
Yeah, including Leaving Neverland.
Well, I was gonna say Game of Thrones. They were, racking up a lot of shit.
Dude, speaking of Game of Thrones, you know you know how the writers were supposed to do a question and answer at Comic-Con?
They skipped it.
They pulled out at the last minute.
No, I wonder why.
Yeah.
I fucking wonder why. Couldn't be drunk when they were answering the questions. Huh?
He couldn't be pussy. Yeah, he didn't want to answer those questions. Oh, asses. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Leave It and what's it called? Surviving R. Kelly only got 1 nomination.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Wait, just 1?
Mm-hmm. And the Michael Jackson one got like I think 5.
I wonder why.
One for
one
for best TV documentary, the other one for like editing and sound design or some shit. That's what I said. I was like, what?
R. Kelly, man. That motherfucker's lawyer is like, can he just serve house arrest? And the motherfucker's like, he did the shit at his house.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's gonna be locked up
soon.
No, he's like they've already said he's not. It's gonna get denied. He's gonna be spending the remainder of his life in jail, even as they go through waiting for the damn the
20 tapes. 20 tapes. 20 tapes.
Didn't them shits used to hold up to like 6 hours or something like that?
I don't.
There were some tapes I remember that held up to like 8.
Yeah.
Is that a whole work shift?
Yeah.
See the happy news. Anyway, Marvel's running this movie shit, dog. Not Marvel. Disney is running this shit. So it was Comic-Con this week, last weekend, and everyone just anticipating, Kevin Feige and the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe to show up to see what they got in place for Phase 4. But before he made the announcement, he was going like, yeah, Endgame's gonna, break records by, just in a few days. Not within a few days, it was a few hours.
Yeah, literally.
A few minutes. Right now, Avengers Endgame is now the highest grossing movie of all time. Round of applause.
$2.79 billion.
God. In some sense.
Damn.
I went back just to look at all the money that was going on. And then I read it and it was like the first 3 hours of pre-sales, because the budget for them was like, I think, $356 million. Mm-hmm. The first 3 hour of pre-sales in America alone, they recouped back $140 million.
Shit.
And remember, this is the month before the movie comes out. This is just the pre-sales. So the pre-sales, they already had half of the budget already recouped back.
Biggest movie of all time.
The first weekend, I think they were at so it was 356. They were at $357 million in America alone.
Mm-hmm. They made that back.
So in one weekend, they were like, all right, we're $1 million in profit right now.
We're good.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, I think Avatar made they made like 2.9 billion, 2.6 billion in like 300 and something days. This shit made 2.79 billion in like 86 days.
Yeah.
And they're still playing the movie in the fucking theater when I went to go see Lion King. Like, you guys are still playing this?
Seriously.
They want every penny.
It's gonna fund Disney Plus. said until we release Disney Plus,
for real,
the movie theaters is Disney Plus. Get your asses there.
So, let's get to the point. So, they just announced. So Kevin Feige just said, Phase 4.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Phase 4.
So from the years...
From 2020
to 2021 as of now.
2022. Oh, is it 2020?
No,
it's 2021.
2021, yeah. You're right.
As of now, both feature films and Disney Plus series
are a part of Phase 4.
Black Widow, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, The Eternals, Shang-Chi, WandaVision, Loki, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, What If, Hawkeye, and Thor.
Love and Thunder.
But wait!
There's more!
After he finished announcing all those, he goes, yeah, we haven't even brought up how Fantastic Four, or, some mutants.
Wait. He was just flexing on
this. And he said that we didn't even talk about, Black Panther 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Captain Marvel 2.
Oh my God! Okay. Oh my God!
And then when it was all, you thinking it's all done, he goes, oh, but we got a guest here, like...
And Mahershala Ali just walks up on stage. And everyone was wearing Black Widow hats. And he just casually just walks up on stage.
Man. He's like, oh, you got your own hat there,
hat. And he just kind of paused, straightened out a bit, put on his head. It said Blade.
Give me a hell yeah!
They were fucking like updating on Twitter, like the people who were there, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I think that's it for today. And all of a sudden, all you saw was in bold letters, Blade!
Give me what I want!
And then all of a sudden it said, Mahershala Ali's gonna play it, and I literally yelled,
give me what I want!
Oh shit!
Give me what I want! Give me a hell! Give me what I want!
I said when the picture first showed up on the show, I was like, there's nobody better. Make it happen.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I was kind of just like...
And then the story came out. Said Mahershala, when he got the Oscar, he called him and said, hey, I want to play Blade. And they was like, let me check my Palm Pilot real quick. We ain't got shit on here. Can you make the meeting tonight?
He said flat out, as soon as he won that Oscar, he called a meeting with Kevin Feige and said flat out, I want to play Blade. Just like that. They were like, for show. It's not going to be part of Phase 4.
Like some fucking KD shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to Brooklyn.
Without telling them.
Didn't
tell nobody.
Blade will be a part of
Phase 5.
Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Obviously, we're expecting them to announce
they'll say
other
Black
sequels at the Disney Expo next
supposedly.
month.
They said that's rumored to come out in February of 2002 with Black Panther 2. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be rumored for May 2002, and Captain Marvel 2 is rumored for July of 2002.
Yeah.
X-Men, Fantastic Four. I don't know how they're going to do it.
So they're going to fuck around. They're going to find a way for Deadpool, too, to start introducing him.
Somehow,
and what I heard was that they're going to introduce him in Spider-Man 3.
Really? Whenever Spider-Man they didn't announce Spider-Man. They said Sony has to announce that shit.
Yeah, they said the plan is to introduce him there since they're verging from Sony into.
Oh, okay.
So since they're already there, we might as well.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
But then they said the plan was, and this is just rumors, but this is what I read. The plan was to then just stick him in random parts in the other films.
Yeah.
So that way, when it comes time to rebuild the Avengers or whatever big group they do,
Young Avengers is what they call them.
They don't have to introduce, like, he's already, everybody kind of knows him. So that way, when it's like, well, who's the other member? He walks in, everybody's just kind of like, oh, fuck, kind of, that thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is just. He's just swinging his nuts around. Yeah. That's what Kevin. If he walked out with his nuts out.
The biggest thing of all this though was just the diversity in it all.
So many different races and
the names joining this. Angelina Jolie is now a part of the MCU.
That's wild.
Seriously,
and she'll be in the Eternals. And I forget which character it is, but one of the heroes is going to be deaf.
Yeah, so what's her name? Lauren Ridruff.
That community there. Paperboy, Brian Tyree Henry is a part of that now.
Big Titty Selma Hayek is in the shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Selma Hayek, bro. I mean, that's unbelievable.
The woman that never ages.
Seriously.
Ever. And then you have Shang-Chi in The Legend of the Ten Rings, which is now going to have the first predominantly all-Asian cast.
For a superhero movie.
Yeah.
And, that's not and Simi, how do you say his name?
Simu
Liu, he was a Canadian star or whatever. It's funny when you see him on Twitter. He's been low-key campaigning for an all-Asian superhero movie. And it was years ago. He was like, okay, Mark, how about an all-Asian superhero movie? And then he replied back in the present time well, shit. He's the main person.
Yeah.
He was going to be in it. Tony Leung, he's going to be the Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Awkwafina, man, she's getting work after Crazy Rich Asians. She's been getting work.
And then Doctor Strange is now the first MCU horror film,
supposedly. Yeah,
so I'm really
they're saying Nightmare's the villain, supposedly, and it's gonna correspond with the WandaVision for Scarlet Witch. Because Scarlet Witch is gonna be
now she's gonna have a bigger role
in Doctor Strange
through all this.
That's what's
up. What If is now the first MCU animated series to join, and then of course now with Thor, that's going to be interesting because not only does it have the first female Thor, which is Natalie Portman's
character,
they're gonna have it's gonna be blatant LGBTQ characters
because Valkyrie was hinted at being bi or lesbo in the Thor Ragnarok,
and so Tessa Thompson on stage had said,
"Well, I'm looking for my queen.
Yeah, I'm king now. I'm looking for my queen." And so that's when it's like,
and Chris Hemsworth is coming back as Thor too, and apparently, according to what James Gunn said, he said this the Thor movie's happening, the events in Thor is happening right before Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So this is probably right before, he goes off with them. Yeah. They not even have a cameo. Who knows?
Gotcha.
I mean, the thing of it is just, now we're going to have a point where there is literally a kid that can identify with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Either a black Captain America, an Asian person.
They ain't no Mexicans, man. So you're wrong.
What's coming?
Someone's coming.
Somebody coming.
God damn it.
Wait, didn't you have Spider-Verse?
Yeah, but that was Sony. And he was half black, half Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. I said Mexican.
Well, that's Latin.
Yeah, you're right.
It's close.
Close enough.
That's the closest we're probably going to get.
I know Hispanic and Latin aren't the same, but,
I don't know which ones
I get it.
I don't know which ones I'm more excited for. It's it's basically even. Some people are just I don't know. Bitches, you gonna see it.
I don't know why they acting like
because people were expecting the Spider-Mans, the X-Mans, the Fantastic Four. They're expecting all that, but Kevin Feige said flat out it's going to take a while for us to get there.
They just got them.
Yes,
seriously.
They've been making these plans forever. They already got.
You got to work with who you already have right away. These have been in the tuck.
I have a feeling they're going to incorporate somebody or something within Fantastic Four and X-Men within these movies and shows. Like a character or some substance or something.
They'd have to.
They're going to sprinkle some crack in some of these motherfuckers.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I heard that, because obviously people are like, well, why do I need to see Black Widow? But I heard that it's going to be taking place in between
Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah. Ooh. And it's gonna be like some Bourne supremacy shit.
Something like that. Shit. Yeah, pretty much that. What was that battle there? Sokovia. They kept mentioning
the Battle of Sokovia.
Yeah, that's gonna be mentioned in there.
So when I heard that, I was like, okay, now I'm not looking at that as a throwaway because she's gone. No, I actually want to see what that'll happen in between that time.
Yeah, and they've been wanting a Black Widow movie for the longest time. And Black Widow's gonna kick off Phase 4.
Right.
That comes out next year. And then,
they owe it to her. She sacrificed herself to get everybody back.
You feel me? I just find it interesting how it's going to take place literally right in between. So in a way, that's kind of in between Phase 3 maybe. But shit's going to be in there that's going to affect down the line. And they said there's not going to be all these movies aren't going to lead up to one Infinity War shit no more. It's going to probably be lead up to one big ass team up or some shit like that. But it ain't going to be one big holy shit, Infinity War, Endgame shit.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway, because that took 10 years to do.
They're probably just leading us on right now. Like,
seriously, we're just trying to get
off the scent.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what they did. But
I remember 2025.
I mean, he said Phase 1, he wanted was just the Avengers to get together. That's all he wanted. And then after he did Avengers, he saw Thanos and he was like, all right, Infinity War is the end game. We got to just find a way to get there, but Infinity War is the final big time shit. Mm-hmm. Shit.
I mean,
he pulled it off, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to see what's next.
Oh, yeah. But What If is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be animated. What's his name?
I really want to see a Doctor Strange shit.
That Doctor
Shang-Chi and Doctor Strange to me are like my two where I'm like, I'm ready for those.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is like an actual horror flick.
Yeah.
I really want to see
I'm not familiar with the Eternals at all.
Me neither.
So I'm interested. It's not high on my list, but I'm very interested to be introduced to them.
I'm curious.
Especially with Salma Hayek and fucking Angelina Jolie in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm curious
not just because they're females and they're hot as fuck, nothing like that, but just...
The fact that the names are there.
Those names, exactly.
Right. I'm curious about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. That one's interesting. Loki's interesting to me because they said it literally takes place literally right when he disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And what's another one? And that's the Shang-Chi too. Eternals. This whole shit, man.
Yeah.
And also half
I was just gonna say that, like, dude, we're pointing out this one, but we're literally naming them all.
Yeah.
You know what it is, too?
Like, half of these are going to be on Disney Plus.
You know what it is? It's funny because it's kind of like we phased out kind of like the B list of the Marvel characters, and now start phasing into the A list.
The bench players into the fucking coming off the bench.
Because again, Fantastic Four and X-Men are
they were the main
development,
and Spider-Man was supposed to be on. Yeah. He just happened to show up.
Black Panther is a well-known. Superhero. Blade, we don't have to say much about.
I mean, seriously, he's the one that low-key saved Marvel movies.
Right.
The first Blade movie. Man, I don't know, man. This is gonna be wild.
Son of a goddamn father, man.
Seriously,
the fact that they got this all mapped out. He said he already got Phase 5 mapped out. And they're probably gonna reveal that at fucking the Disney Expo.
Right.
They're just showing their nuts. When I went to the movies this week, bros, I looked up there and you had Avengers were still playing. You had Toy Story 4 that was still there. You had fucking Aladdin that was still playing. Spider-Man was still there. You had Stuber, which was owned by 20th Century Fox, which is owned by Disney.
Yep.
And you had the fucking Lion King.
Told you, they said Disney Plus is here.
It's the empire.
Get in where you fit in.
Get in where you $6.99 a month, bro. I was just like, what? Not only just all the Marvel movies. You get all the fucking Disney movies, all the Disney Channel shows that were on there. You have everything.
See, I'm excited now too, especially
my money.
Especially with the streaming, because what was it? Amazon and Google, they finally hashed out their bullshit beef that they've been having. So YouTube's back on the Fire Stick, which means YouTube TV's coming over in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And then I forgot whatever's on Amazon. The Amazon Prime, the video that's now available on Google Chromecast.
Oh shit!
So now I can have literally everything on one fucking device now.
That's tight.
Now, let's get to this shit. All right. Lion King, right?
So, just highlight certain things because everybody should know the story by this point.
Do we need to spoil it?
You'd be surprised, fam.
Seriously, though.
You would actually be surprised.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people were like, "Damn, why'd you spoil it?" And I'm like, "What?
How old are you?
See this before? Like,
And
what the fuck?
And just when I was getting ready to think, okay, let me think like Busby. Oh, they're just joking. They're just joking. I pressed the thread. No, they weren't joking. They were upset that stuff was getting spoiled, and I'm like,
how old are you?
I should have just went and got the damn YouTube link and just posted it on as in the comments.
The circle of life.
Yeah.
Just that scene. Alright.
Whatever.
I was really excited about this movie. And I'm not excited. I was anticipating, but when I saw the reviews come out for it, and people were just saying the same stuff, I was just like, Well, y'all said the same shit about Aladdin, and I enjoyed Aladdin, so let's just see how this goes. So, went to go see it. Then it ended. And I was just thinking to myself, Walked out the theater. Still, Went home, called JC, and the last time we talked on the phone about a movie was with all eyes on me. So
the last time.
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
But yeah.
During the day.
During the day, what the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna get the good stuff out the way. Visually, it's an achievement. It is amazing. Jon Favreau, who did the Jungle Book, it looked great. The animals looked fucking realistic as fuck. Everything was CGI. CGI up the ass. He said those.
Imagine. I don't think there's lions
that talk.
Yeah. That'd be some shit though. But if there was,
you feel me? But he said there was only
dancing ass lions. Hell yeah.
There was only one scene he said that was real in the whole movie, and I was like, and when you see it, you really could not tell the difference. That's how real it looked. I was like, okay. What else was good? The music was great. It was actually also produced by Hans Zimmer. Did it too, like the whole reprise of Hans Zimmer's score.
Legend.
And Pharrell fucking produced some of it, and I was like, word.
Not surprised since Pharrell's done the scores for Despicable Me.
Yeah. So, but like I could tell he probably sprinkle some crack and just turned up some shit. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. I enjoyed Cheadle. How do you say his name from 12 Years a Slave? You know what I'm talking about, right? I can't pronounce his name for shit. So he was a good Scar. I enjoyed him as Scar. He was a nice successor from Jeremy Irons. He did a decent job. The hyenas, the people who played the hyenas, they were cool. I actually kind of enjoyed the hyenas. That's what stops.
Damn. Already?
Everything else about this movie was so disappointing. Donald Glover sounded high. He sounded zooted off his mind when he was Simba.
Oh, yeah. There's powerful niggardry at work here.
James L. Jones sounded old. I mean, he's old, but he's...
I was going to say, he is, isn't he?
He is old, but he would sound like he was just going through the motions. He wasn't giving... Maybe because I saw the movie so many times, but when he was talking, he just did not... You could tell in his voice he was old. And I was just like, ugh. Beyonce can't act.
What?
Beyonce can't act. You heard that, Beehive?
Say that again.
She can't act.
I think you need to go further. I don't think she can read.
No, I'm pretty sure she could read, man. I mean, the words weren't fucked up, were they?
No, you gotta understand. I didn't see the movie. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I know.
But there's been this... I thought it was a rumor and just a running joke that she really can't read. And then when I saw the clips...
Oh, listen to the Lion King soundtrack because there's dialogue within the movie
and
on
her
the soundtrack.
Speaking in parts where she has to read something. I'm like, I don't think that's a joke anymore. I really don't think she can read.
The way she was acting in this shit. My mom even asked me, she was like, what do you mean she's a bad actress? She's just only reading voice acting. I was like, exactly. She was like, ooh. Like, she just, it was just like, I can't even describe it. It was just, she was putting emphasis on words that didn't need emphasis. They were putting Nala in scenes that didn't really matter. Like, are you with me, lions?
No.
I'd have got up and walked. I would have walked out the theater right then and there.
Got your money back.
Yeah.
They were trying to put her in situations like how she escaped from Pride Rock to go find Simba or go find help.
It sounds like they just tried to give Nala a bigger presence than
she should have been.
Had.
How they introduced her, grown Nala in the original one was just perfect. I understood why they did it in this one, but it was just like, alright. And the only good part. Oh yeah, I forgot one other part. Timon and Pumbaa were good too. Seth Rollins and Eric Ultra, they did a great job too. They nearly stole the movie, surprisingly.
Seth Rogen,
my bad.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen, they did a great job. Seth Rogen even had the laugh in there too. That shit.
His high laugh.
Yeah. Pumbaa looked like a fucking pothead, so it was just. But
that works.
Yeah, Beyonce couldn't act, and there was certain scenes in the movie, and there was like little moments that just killed it for me. Like I was gonna give it 3 stars out of 5. That's what I was gonna give it. But then there was one scene in particular. First of all, the Stampede scene was trash. Like, you remember in the?
We saw the clip, and I even said it then.
But when you see it on the big screen, Simba could have just moved the fuck out the way, like he was avoiding some piss from R. Kelly. So, damn.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to your shaft?
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
Like, you think I'm playing? This Stampede literally looked like some running of the bullshit. You could have just climbed up something or something, Simba. Like, what the fuck? The Stampede in the original one was just so massive. It was just like when you saw them stampede, when you saw them wildebeest coming, it was like, oh shit. And even that part where the camera zooms in on Simba, you know what I'm talking about, right? When he sees it, they didn't even put that in there. He just starts running. I was like, okay. Yeah, I know it's just little shit, but it's like little technical shit you should have put in there, right? How Mufasa died. No. All of a sudden, Scar just grabs him in the movie version. In the anime version. Long live the king. And just let that nigga go. That was the most gangster shit ever as a kid. This shit grabs him. Long live the king. And then punches him in the mouth. Or paws him in the mouth like a karate chop action.
Yeah, I was saying he did the Captain Insano eye gouge.
Yeah, and even how he
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Even his death didn't have that same effect in the theater. No one was crying this time. This little girl next to me was just like, okay. I mean,
what happened to these kids is desensitized these days.
Yeah,
it wasn't
sad. A black man getting killed by the police every week, so you know how they gonna feel bad about a lion.
Lion died, and he couldn't have died in the wildebeest. He could have broke his back or something. He could have survived that. The way he did. I'm saying,
weak ass king of the pride,
weak ass nigga.
That's all it took, my nigga.
It didn't look like
this your king.
Yeah, it's your king. Oh shit! Pretty much. That's what it looked like. I mean, old boy who did the voice of young Simba, that was effective, kind of, but not
Sound
really.
Like fucking Julius from Remember the Titans. I'm supposed to feel bad for the king. Fuck king.
Y'all ain't shit.
Oh man!
But the Stampede that wasn't shit. That scene, I was like, nah, it wasn't the same effect. Then it gets to Simba, against the grown Simba. Rafiki wasn't even the same, even though old boy who played the voice of the original Rafiki died. God bless his soul. Because you know how Rafiki was just animated and shit, like all that, like not as a person, like as the character itself, or something. That's that shit. He didn't do that shit in the movie. Nope, he didn't do that.
Wildly laughing and shit.
Didn't do that shit.
Nah.
No.
Damn.
But okay, remember that part? I'm gonna tell y'all. Remember that part on the Lion King after Simba's
spoilers. Spoilers.
No, fuck all that. Spoilers, people. Mufasa died. Spoilers. He became a hologram.
Yeah,
we should have said that earlier.
Bunch of clouds and shit.
Guess what? Spoilers. Marvel's Phase 4. Spoilers.
Oh my god. So anyways, spoilers. So Mufasa shows up in the clouds in the cartoon version. You remember how you saw after Simba saw Mufasa in the clouds and shit?
Yeah.
And then he's talking to Rafiki and he's like, huh? He tells him, and pretty much he's like, I don't know what I should do. And Rafiki just hits him over the head and he was like, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. And he said you got to learn it. The past hurts, but you could just run from it or learn from it. And it was a crucial part of Simba's growth as a character that he had to realize who he is. And he just ran off and, went to go save Pride Rock and shit. I mean, that was a great moment in the movie. Yes. Is that moment in this movie?
No.
They took that part out. Instead, Simba looks up at the clouds and you see it was like Thor was there and you just see a whole silhouette of Mufasa. You don't see him, you just hear his voice and see a whole silhouette of him. And after that, Rafiki asked Simba, what did you learn? And then Donald Glover's like, guess I'm the king.
Wow.
He didn't say it like that, but that's pretty much how he should have said. He was just like, I am the son of Mufasa. I'm the king now. And then he starts running off, and instead of hearing that like the music in the original one, you just hear Beyonce's Spirit play.
I would have left. I'd have walked out the theater at that point.
Remember how mad I was when The Undertaker came out in Sunlight?
Yeah.
Well, it was Sunlight when Can You Feel the Love Tonight was playing.
Nah. No, hell no.
Yeah.
How are you doing Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Tonight. Can you feel the love today? Shit. To this day.
Nah.
It didn't even have the same effect. I played the...
Well, obviously, it was in the day.
I played the Beyonce Donald Glover version along with the animated one, and the animated one goes so well with the movie version of the damn song. What the fuck? I was like, what? Okay. The final battle was cool. And then it got to the point I was even pointing out shit. And then when Simba kind of fell off the cliff, and he's like, when everybody knows why, and he fell off the cliff, I was like, Beyonce? She's like, Simba! I was like, lightning? I was like, there we go. There it is.
Oh, shit.
Even down to the last scene when Simba was about to war. You know the part in the final score of when Simba like walking up there and shit like that, and the music's about to hit its climactic peak before the tribal song comes on.
Yeah,
he warred too early. Even before it hit its peak, he warred too early. And I remember yelling, "You couldn't even get that right!"
What kind of shit is that?
And then it just, and even in the reprise when they put up Simba and Nala's cub. Even when we were in the circle of life, and then the fucking daughter just roars. She's like, "Meow!" That's when I just sat there, like, oh shit. Said the Lion King, boom, Lion King, and then I had to sit there, and
you just waiting for the post-credit scene.
I hope there was. Scar survived it or something. Killed all the hyenas. I don't know. This was by far the most disappointing movie of 2019. I didn't even want to say that. Some movies should not be touched. And Aladdin surprised me. Because I thought they were going to fuck up with Aladdin. I was like, they couldn't fuck up on The Lion King. Because on paper, you had John Favreau, who did The Jungle Book. You had that all-star cast with Beyonce, Donald Glover. You had James L. Jones coming back as Mufasa, Eric Andre, Seth Rogen. You had an all-star cast. You had Pharrell producing it. You had Hans Zimmer's score. You had everything on your plate. And then you give us this bullshit. I mean, someone made the equivalent. Like, this shit looks pretty. But it looks pretty, but has no soul, like an Instagram model. I was like, yeah.
I was dead when he said this shit earlier, bro.
This shit was someone just got all the leftovers from The Lion King, what made it great, and just put that shit in the microwave, and then it's brought it out, and that's what we got.
Damn, that's actually legit.
That's exactly what this shit is.
It sounds legit, like the way you explained everything and. The parts that were left out, the little details and shit, it's like, bro.
There's this one part, they even added some...
It's like the same, but not really.
They made it long for no reason. You know how when Rafiki got Simba's, like, fur, his presence, and that's how he knew he was alive?
Oh, yeah.
And this one, Simba just kind of scratches his fur and his fame or whatever, and it kind of floats. His mane. And it just kind of floats in the water, and it's like a long-ass sequence. It was like a damn near 3-minute sequence that went on too long. Got to a point where it landed on a tree, and a giraffe ate it. And then I was like, okay, go fades to black. And then he shits it out. Dead ass. You see a piece of shit with Simba's mane still on there. And then a fucking beetle is just like rolling it down the hill. That's exactly what this movie is.
Wait, didn't that actually happen in the animated one?
No, it just floated. It just floated until Rafiki just caught it. This time, it just...
I mean, I'm not talking about the fucking, what do you call it, shitting it out or whatever, but I mean, it was just like a sequence too, though.
No, it was short. It was like 1 minute. It just flew all the way over. This one was longer than expected. This is how I separate the movie. It was just Simba. It was just a big piece of shit with Simba's fucking mane on it, and then Disney was the beetle just rolling the shit out.
Just keep let it roll.
Let it roll. Just get the money. Get up all the money you can. and rode it off a hill. Oh my God!
I'm still gonna go see it.
I know you will. That's what Disney does. You have no choice.
Yeah.
JC has a choice. I called him and he was like, "Nah, wait till Disney Plus. Don't even wait till Disney Plus. Wait till the Disney Channel."
I was waiting until Disney Plus.
I know it's not even worth streaming from your $6.99. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And the more I'm talking about it,
you're paying $6.99.
Yeah,
so
like
you might as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It really disappointed me. Like, you knew better than to fuck this up. You sat there and was like, "This is good."
No.
I mean, you made your money. They made almost $200 million at the box office. So, you know, shit. I'm done. I don't even want to talk about the soundtrack now because
Hey, yo. I don't even like Beyonce.
I know you don't,
like
but
that. You know what I mean? I'm not a huge hardcore fan.
I was thinking if y'all only had last words about the whole Lion King shit.
Yeah, well, go ahead. Last
No,
words.
that was it. That was asking y'all.
Oh, that was it? Okay, well, fuck, I didn't see it, so, there's
You
that.
could just watch the animated movie.
I
get that on DVD at Walmart for $5.99. Instead of paying $25 for a damn ticket. Shit. I'm sweating right now. That's how pissed off that movie made me. Just re-talking about it and then just seeing it. I see it all in my fucking mind. I think the Beyonce one, because I heard the Beyonce soundtrack before I saw the movie, and I was hearing the dialogue because they had dialogue within the film on her soundtrack, and I was hearing how they were pronouncing the words and how they were talking. I'm like, this is not a good sign. Music is good, but this isn't a good sign about that movie. But okay, whatever. Okay, now I'm really done. Now let's talk about the soundtrack.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You sure?
You got it?
We can move on?
We can move on.
Alright, because the soundtrack was really fucking good.
Oh, it was. Too bad the movie wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack to me was. What you laughing at?
No. That's what I just said.
No, the soundtrack to me, that's shit. You got to put that shit on just to start your day.
Especially the first track.
Like literally, like you play that shit to start your day off. That's amazing.
Yep.
You start that off, there's no reason to have a bad day.
Beyonce did her, like last year, Kendrick did the Black Panther soundtrack, which was actually a good album and a good movie. And Beyonce.
Well, there's a reason why.
I know.
They didn't put Kendrick in the movie.
And you pointed this out to me. I said if Lupita Nyong'o played Nala and Beyonce did the soundtrack, I'll probably feel differently.
Yeah, I mean, they,
Yeah, when he said that, I could see that. You know what I mean? Like, it would make a lot of sense and shit.
I mean, you could have Beyonce involved. It's just, again, when I heard she was playing Nala, I was like, okay, that's cool. I
was excited. But
all right, cool. And then the screen started coming out, and it was like,
there was a reason they, because you remember when the teaser trailers were coming out, they only showed, you only heard James L. Jones' voice. You didn't see nobody else. You didn't hear no animals talk. You especially didn't hear Beyonce talk.
Oh man,
the soundtrack though.
No, the soundtrack
it was great. Bigger. That shit. My God, she sang the shit out of that shit. That was a great ass song. It was very Afrocentric. This whole album, very, very Afro. So she had a whole bunch of African artists on here. She had, and
it all fit really well.
Oh yeah, she knew how to
point that out.
She knew how to curate this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you like Nile?
Nile pissed me off, dude. Like, what the fuck? How are you gonna give me a Kendrick and Beyonce track, and it's only fucking like a minute and a half? What the fuck?
It's damn near an interlude.
Yeah.
You expected Kendrick to give you that heat on the fucking Lion King
song? Look. Even Jay-Z.
That's what you thought?
You thought.
That's your fault.
Maybe not even heat, but just a full fucking song.
What the hell? He already gave you a full Black Panther soundtrack at T'Challa.
Like,
hey.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is this is Beyonce's shine. Why would you think Kendrick would have any shine on here?
And he did. I like that song.
I'm not even saying just Kendrick. I'm talking about the entire song should have been longer. Whether they get rid, they only use Kendrick for that one part, and then just it's the rest Beyonce. Cool, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just make that song longer.
I care. I like that.
Yeah, that was. You notice how the whole soundtrack kind of told the whole story of the Lion King.
Yeah, they did exactly what
the
Black Panther.
Black. Yeah.
Considering that have known the story the last 25 years.
Same here in my life. Same here.
Didn't really matter to me.
I know. Should have put these songs in the damn movie. Probably would have went up like a 3. Shit.
Brown skin girl for Nala.
I call this shit Nala's playlist. That's what I call the Lion King. It's called Lion King the Gift. That's what it's called. But I should have called it Nala's playlist or Nala's mixtape.
That's what Nala listened to before she shot her shot. Nala's Pain.
Nala's Pain. Mood Forever, which featured the Carters and Childish Gambino.
10 years ago, somebody told you that Donald Glover, the guy who was writing on Community, was going to have a song with the Carters.
Shit.
What would you have said?
Who the fuck is Donald Glover? You mean Danny Glover's son? My aunt said, "Oh, did you hear Danny Glover's son was in the Lion King?" I was like, "No, they're not related."
Damn.
Give me a hell yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whatever. But Mood Forever, that was a good. People saying, "Oh, Jay-Z gave a fire ass. He gave a fire ass verse on the Disney soundtrack." Well, actually, it's not a Disney soundtrack. Sony distributed, and not Sony. Columbia did. They have no affiliation with Disney.
This isn't. Yeah, we heard the official soundtrack came out last week.
Yeah,
this is
Beyonce's literally her own shit.
Yeah,
that they probably begged her to do.
Right. This is a part of the
more shit that she had to put on her.
Part of the check.
Yeah, part of the check.
Part of the contract
that she agreed.
Yeah.
She did this. Okay, this. Okay, I gotta give Beyonce some. I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt because around this time period when she made this soundtrack, she was working on the Homecoming Coachella performance. She was preparing to go on tour for the On the Run 2. She was doing Everything Is Love. She had to make this soundtrack, and then she had to do her voice acting. So I think voice acting was kind of down on her fucking on her to-do list.
Shit, that was all the way at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom.
You know how I counted with that?
How?
Just back the fuck out and say I'll just do the soundtrack.
But Beyonce.
Yeah.
She takes on everything, and she actually thinks she's a good actor. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
Beyonce can't act. I'll say it.
Beehive, go get one. We're
I
gonna
got
get us
no
all.
issue saying that shit, man.
No, but the funny thing is that I ain't hear none of the Beehive discrediting what we've said.
Oh, they have not. They got quiet.
All on social media. I did not see anything about how
because they know the truth. That's
Beyonce
what it is.
stole the show. I was expecting to see nothing but that.
There was like
not
one
shit about that.
There was one hardcore Beehive person that was recording some of this shit. It's like, oh, you go, girl, talking all loud and shit. I'm like, when they tell you in AMC to put your fucking phones away, I would have fucking snitched you out to the fucking usher. Yeah, that's her. Right over there.
Is that one? Let me get my light.
Shut the fuck up. Even you knew that was true. Yep, I chilled when Beyonce's name came up on the screen. Shut up.
And that bitch said she was sneaking in to go see Toy Story 4.
And she snuck in food too. This bitch out of here.
Bitch got beans.
Trying to ruin my experience watching a bad movie. Fuck you think this is? Anyway, Mood Forever. Let's get back to that song. Hov shouted out Nip. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the Lion King soundtrack of all things. Brown Skin Girl with Blue Ivy Carter. That was cool.
St. John.
Yeah, and St. John. Yeah, that was cool.
His price went all the way. Man, you get co-signs from the Carters, and then one of the members, well, pretty much all of Joe Budden podcast, but the main member is a part of Hip Hop Royalty.
Yeah.
That's your co-sign?
Well, he's got that tie into the Carters as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So,
come on, man.
Yeah.
What do you think about the other side? Doing Beyonce, like other solo.
After
Beyonce
that,
side.
I was really off the Beyonce records, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
It was just, I was focusing on the other artists.
Yeah, I was
definitely
Don't Jealous Me was, man, Don't Jealous Me had that bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Just the bounce.
My Power with Tierra Rack and, what's her name? Moonchild's people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
Tierra
was
went off.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. My Power was fucking fire.
Yeah.
And then Scar with 07 Shake and Jesse Reyes, that was fucking fire. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And he had Spirit. And then it just reminded me of the
It
movie.
just ended.
Then you had Spirit.
I mean, Spirit's a good song, don't get me wrong.
But just the thought of the movie. Yeah, I get you.
Especially when they play.
The music videos are actually dope. They actually matched up Spirit
and Balance.
Yeah, or Bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Yeah, it's now this, because they originally released the Spirit video.
And then Beyonce did a director's cut.
Yeah, so now it's this long 8-minute video of 2 of the songs together.
Oh, shit.
Blue Ivy Carter's in it.
You can actually catch it on the video list.
It was, I usually skip Spirit and just watch the bigger one. Because that song is fire, man. Like I remember replaying it over and over again because the way Beyonce did that shit, I'm like, you gave him that fire? Shit. And sometimes I even played it over the fucking animated version of the movie of the Circle of Life opening, and it kind of fits with it.
Right.
Ah, man, Beyonce knows Carter. Round of applause for the music. Emphasis on just the music. Dreamgirls was cool. That's where it stops. Oh, I thought we were gonna talk more about it, but it was just like.
So how did you feel about The Lion King?
My God, don't ever touch that shit again.
Oh man,
Pretty soon they're gonna do a live action Toy Story movie.
They have to do a live action Goofy movie.
dog.
You have Tevin Campbell come back as Powerline, man. Fuck it.
Nah, The Weeknd.
Yeah.
It's gotta be The Weeknd with that haircut. Shit.
You're
gonna be able to make that shit PG-13. He coming out for rehab. Somebody said, somebody put this scenario up on Twitter, and it was a whole, like, 4 different singers. They're like, you can only invite one to the wedding, and one of them was Weeknd. And I was like, well, shit, you gotta have a fucking no kids reception to even think about inviting Weeknd.
Shit.
I mean, nothing but cocaine all around there.
Shit. Man, see, how did Lion King just bring my mood down? I didn't. That pissed me off. Let's get my mood back up. Nasty Nas.
First of all, before we get into the music of Nas, I gotta say on Nas's behalf, Def Jam is just full of dumbasses.
It was Mass Appeal. They're the one
Mass Appeal?
Yeah.
Def Jam distributed though, and ultimately they had the ultimate say so on when it was getting released. This shit was actually, I read up, this shit was supposed to be released in December.
They did? They were going to release it in December? Wow.
No, Nas wanted it released in December.
Like last December?
Yeah.
He wanted to release last December.
Yeah.
But why did they stop
Because
it?
Def Jam was like, no, we don't want that. We don't want it to take place then. We want to wait for a period of time.
Well, it wouldn't have been on our list then, so yeah, that's a good call.
So, no, what I'm saying is that, so it's like.
It still would have been on this year's list, though. You know what I mean? Like, if it was that good compared to everything else.
To me.
No, I'm saying
No,
compared
the
to
cutoff,
everything else.
because
the cutoff. Oh, it would have been low on the list and shit. Yeah. That's good.
No, I'm saying that because who in Def Jam doesn't have the right frame of mind to realize, okay, Beyonce's a part of something that's going to drop the same day we want to drop this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 2 years in a row where he's dropped the same weekend as somebody affiliation of the Carter.
Well, they didn't know when she was going to fuck. They didn't know when.
They knew when Lion King was dropping.
Everybody knew when the Lion King was dropping.
That's not an excuse.
Hey, I made
She's a part of it.
I made an educated guess that she was gonna do she was gonna do that soundtrack.
Right. You make an educated guess, but it wasn't that far fetched off to realize, okay, wait, the biggest pop act in terms of, if you want to even say the biggest or on the women's side, is a part of this film, and it's dropping this day. We know it's dropping. Let's kind of use our, common sense and say that she's probably going to release music to go along with it. We probably should wait on Nas for a little while.
Yeah, especially with the week coming up next week, it's going to be a clusterfuck. Maybe just wait till August, maybe. But at the same time, I'm comfortable when it came out. But that's just me. But I know what you mean. You have a Def Jam vendetta, JC.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Like, you would expect people that would be a part of a historic label to operate like they're a part of a historic label.
Yeah. Now you definitely would think that. But
this is a good ass fucking album, dog. Lost Tapes 2, there's always a legacy of the first Lost Tapes, and Nas fans really just enjoyed that album. They called Lost Tapes 1 a classic and shit. So they've been anticipating this sequel for the longest time, and we were kind of scared. How do you call it? General of Rap Scat Attack? That's how you call it?
Yeah. Close enough.
We were kind of scared on that one, but everything else, man.
Hey, hold up. Y'all were scared when you heard that shit. I thought it was cool, but I didn't
wasn't
know how
scared.
The rest of I wanted to hear how the rest of the album
I wasn't scared. I'm just speaking for
Well, then who was scared then? Why did you say we were scared?
I wasn't scared.
I wasn't scared.
Listen, the people.
Well, let me recap on what I said. I said I didn't care for it. I thought it was trash and it was whatever, but I'm not going to hold it against them because this is a compilation project. So it's just...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying when people were saying... People saying Nas was, like, washed. And I'm going, like, this was in his vault. This wasn't meant to come...
Y'all vault records, like...
But anyway, that's besides the point. This whole album was really fucking good. No Bad Energy was a cool opening.
Fucking perfect opener.
Vernon Family, produced by Pharrell, was really fucking great. Lost Freestyle by Static. What's it? How do you
Static Select.
Static Select. That was fucking great. Tenasia by the RZA. He produced that shit. That was a really great record. Royalty. I didn't like that hook. The beat was alright, but the song was cool. Who Are You is my motherfucking
Give me a hell yeah.
That speaks so much to my soul because I know fuckers that are like that shit. The whole.
You gonna name the whole thing so I can't get in and pick my favorites and shit
Well,
like that? Like, damn,
through it,
I'm going through the whole goddamn list. Like,
This is all I listened to this weekend.
pick 2 or 3 of them joints and then
The Lion King,
that.
the Lion King soundtrack pissed me off so much that I listened to this soundtrack. I listened to Lost Tapes 2 literally all weekend. But anyway, if we get some highlights, the Lost Freestyle, Who Are You, and what's it called? Beautiful Life was nigga. That was such a beautiful song. This whole fucking album is one of the best rap albums of the year, man. I fucking love this shit. Now go on.
It was alright. I like half. I like half to. I mean, again, my thing is I'm not a compilation. I don't rank compilations. That's just I don't. Let me rephrase that because Black Panther was the soundtracks or compilations.
And it was on our soundtrack.
I don't rank compilations that span decades long worth of music. Because to me, I'm only ranking, okay, what did the artist have in terms of you go into a project, that's what the goal was. This music is for like 4 or 5 different projects over a span of 12 or 13 years.
Yeah, it went from Untitled, Hip Hop is Dead, Nasir, and Life is Good. Yeah. So for me, I don't, and that's not just with hip hop. I don't do it for anybody. Like Prince's compilation, like I'm like, okay, this is a cool compilation.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not ranking it because it's like these are just songs. For me, an artist has to have the full-fledged like top to bottom involvement. And even though Nas was involved with this wasn't set up for one project. It was just you're just pulling songs, which is fine. Like serve it for what it is. I liked the verses on No Bad Energy. To me, it was just the mixing was off. It just sounded too loud.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So to me, it threw it off. Verdant Family was cool. There was that 3-man weave for me from Who Are You, Adult Film, and War Against Love. I like that, just the flow of all that. My favorite on here though was Queensbridge Politics. I feel like whenever he gets with Pete Rock,
that's just fire.
I feel like whenever Pete Rock's involved, like I'll always say that Nas should expand beat wise, but I don't ever say that he should stray away from the traditional hip hop sound. So a lot of people get confused by that. What I mean is that he's just his overall project should, update with the times in terms of sound. But he should always have those 1 to 3 tracks that remind you of the 90s when he made his name.
Right.
So I'm looking at Queensbridge Politics like, why the fuck that get left off of a project?
That was supposed to be on Nasir. I could tell. I can pinpoint what songs. I can pinpoint what songs supposed to be on what albums. The Swizz Beat songs were probably the Nasir sessions before Kanye took over. Queensbridge Politics was probably not Nasir. Probably during the Nasir Politics. Same with It Never Ends and The Art of It was produced by Pete Rock. I believe those were supposed to be before Kanye took over. That was supposed to be on Nasir.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like Beautiful Life, it made sense why he didn't make the final cut. This was supposed to be a closing
That was
track.
supposed to be on Life is
Bye
Good.
Baby, or Life is Good, I'm sorry. But Bye Baby was the best closer. So that's how I understood why this got left off.
It could have been a bonus track towards the end. They could have took off Black
But it would have confused people because then you put it as a bonus track. They're like, well, why didn't you make that a part of that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bye Baby was a good. I was like, damn. But both them songs were just. This song was so just like, mwah! Like
Bye Baby was perfect just for. I understand what you're saying. Beautiful Life was like it was a nice closer, but Bye Baby was the official
the end.
That's the end, the closure,
the end of the Could have been a bonus track.
So I mean, there's 8 tracks on here that I for sure am like, okay, I'm wondering why they weren't on any albums. And there's like a good 2 or 3 where I'm like, all right, those sound good. And then
War Against Love should have been on. War Against Love should have been on Untitled. I can tell that was on Untitled. You mean the world to me? It was supposed to be on Nasir. You could tell because Kanye produced it.
Like, of course, Juro of Rap. I don't know.
I think that's supposed to be on Hip Hop Is Dead. Vernon Family was supposed to be on Hip Hop Is Dead.
Royalty, I didn't care for at all. Queen's Wolf was alright, but it wasn't nothing that jumped off the page to me. Like, some of it is like, it's not even based on his raps, because again, I know Nas can rap.
Come on. He's like one of the best lyricists of all time.
It's just
one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Again, it's what I was. I waited until this week to talk about his legacy since the project dropped, because I wasn't grading the project, so I got more in depth talk. It's just hearing some of these is like, yeah, it's fire, but
ain't no.
I can go to YouTube and hear motherfuckers spit fire for all these bars.
Hell nah.
Like, if you're gonna give me an album, I need to hear hooks too.
Nah. With this shit, Nas was more about kicking you knowledge, and that's
What I'm saying is that I'm not great. I'm not talking about this album.
Oh.
not saying that.
Oh, you're talking about just overall.
I'm talking about overall his catalog, which I've had issue with.
Hey, I went on as soon as you talked about that, I literally went on a Nas binge this whole weekend. Like, I was listening to Lost Tapes. I'm like, let me go listen to his catalog. And I went back and listened to it. The shit still holds up. To me, it still holds up. Of course, we got Illmatic and It Was Written. That's bonafide classic. But that shit still holds up.
I Am to Me is still mid.
No, hell no. Nostradamus, I ain't going to defend that. Stillmatic is still fucking fire. That's still fire.
I still prefer Godson over
Godson was cool. Godson was great. Lost Tapes 1, that's almost damn near perfection. Street Disciples, man, get the fuck out of here with that.
Street Disciples was probably one of the worst double albums made.
Yeah, he tried it.
Like I saw a bunch of people when I said that, they're like, "Oh man, come on, remember Nelly had Sweatsuit," and they started naming other rappers. I'm like, okay, you just proved my point because you're naming Nas with artists that are obviously below him. But you put him in that class. You're not putting him in the class with the other double albums. So what's that? You've already told me where you stand.
Nah, I'm not defending that shit at all. Nah.
I still don't. Hip Hop is Dead is
well. Oh, it still ages great for me. Well. Come on, Hold Down the Block was a great ass record, man.
Were you talking about records?
No, I'm the whole album. The overall album was great. Again, Hip Hop is Dead was an amazing album.
When I say that, you can't give.
I'm giving you examples
bars, and then you can't give me like a song or two.
A song or two? Well, I can't list the whole damn album. I have to list the whole. I just told you, Hip Hop is Dead. I'm giving you examples of.
Well, what I'm saying is like when I say it's not holding up, I'm not saying the whole entire. Like, there's still songs that I still like.
What songs? What songs don't you feel don't hold up besides Hustlers?
Because I got to go through because I don't remember the tracks. That's how often I don't visit it.
You wanted to talk about his legacy. I actually did my research and I was like, let me listen to this shit because Hip Hop is Dead is still a great ass album.
It didn't hold up to me.
Money Over Bullshit, fire. You Can't Kill Me, fire. Carry On Tradition, fire.
Did not care for Carry On Tradition enough.
Wildin'. Where Are They Now? Wildin'. I mean, fire. Hip Hop is Dead, the actual track, fire. Who Killed It? Underrated, Should Be Appreciated, fire. Black Republicans, still.
Say no more.
not going back with Khalees. That was a great record. Still Dreaming featuring Kanye. Fire.
Like I didn't like the Kelly's record. I didn't even like the Kelly's record from back then.
Wow, you wildin'. Hold Down the Block was great. Blunt Ashes is such a reference.
I did not like that Chris Webber beat at all.
What, on Blunt Ashes?
Yeah, did not like.
I love that shit. Because the shit that Nas was talking about.
My favorite track on the album.
Can't Forget About You, Hustlers, and then Hope. Of course, that was just like the fucking bullshit. I guess
the acapella version.
The acapella, the only one that they couldn't clear the fucking sample. And Shine On, of course. But overall, that whole album was just great. Especially for the time period Nas had going. I still fuck with that album. Tough. Untitled. Now, that shit, there was 2 songs he could have took out. He could have took out Where Are They Now? Because he was talking about some bullshit. He could have took out
Project Roach. Bullshit.
Yes. Project Roach and Fried Chicken he should have took out. Because those songs on Lost Tapes he should have replaced that with. Everything else about that album was just great to me. Fucking what was after Life is Good. What can you say? Nasir, not defending that. Distant Relatives, of course, is a fucking classic.
I wouldn't call it a classic, but it's good.
Oh, it's great. His catalog, his catalog to me still holds up. To me, it still holds up. He has a great percentage to me on his catalog. And people that say that he has worse beat selection, when I listen back to I Am, he had great beat selection. Besides a few songs, he has great beats, but Nas doesn't want to rely on beats. He wants you to listen to what he says. Because he's kicking you knowledge and he really wants you to listen to what he's saying. But
that's a problem though, because you should understand how listening works.
I get it.
That's like saying like
Nas is headphone music. He's not playing in the car music. He's headphone music. He wants you to literally listen. It's not like he's like.
I kind of agree with that.
Nas should be universal music. It shouldn't matter where you listen to Nas. That's my issue with Nas.
You can listen to Nas anywhere.
Be just headphone music.
Well, headphone music or people that just want to listen.
But see, that's the thing. When we talk about the greats, I know he's a great lyricist.
Oh, he's the great artist, period.
But again, I could go to the same way you said, well, he's a headphone artist. Well, then what's the difference between me saying, well, I could go to somebody that's on YouTube that just to this bars? It doesn't mean I'm going to play him in the car. What separates him from them? If they're presenting the same message.
Nas is by far one of the greatest artists, hip hop artists of all time. So to compare him to these YouTube niggas, that's like a disrespect.
I'm not, but what I'm saying is though,
I can just go over here and listen to him and no.
But what you just said was he's strictly for the headphones.
Not headphone. When I say headphone music, I'm talking about someone that you got to sit down and you have to like really listen to him because he wants you to listen to what he's saying.
But I can get that with Jay, and I can listen to Jay anywhere. I get that from Kendrick, and I can listen to Kendrick anywhere. I can listen to Nas damn near anywhere too. But you just you just said he's headphone music and Kendrick music. Kendrick, I gotta listen to headphones with Kendrick because I can just to Pimp a Butterfly. But understand with To Pimp a Butterfly, I need to really listen to what he's saying.
It's
not
one of those
be
things.
distracted.
It's like when you're in a car or whatever, it's like you got a lot of shit going on. You kind of have to pay attention to the road. You know what I mean? That's number one. But then you're not. Not if you know them. Not if you know them shits front to back. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like if you know them their words front to back, it shouldn't matter where you're listening.
Oh yeah, if you know the words front to back.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
that's what I'm saying.
Nas is listening to something for the first time though, dog. Think about
Nas shouldn't just be somewhere where you're like, okay, I can only.
I'm not saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like he should be somewhere where it's like I can only.
I'm not gonna say that you can only listen to him on headphones, but it's the best when you listen to it with headphones as compared to on the speaker.
You get the better experience because Nas doesn't make music for that. Yeah. He tries, but when he does it, it just Nostradamus, for example,
blows up in his face.
Nostradamus, for example, or on Life Is Good, which kills it from being like damn near perfect. Summer on Smash, he was trying so hard to do something that he just didn't want to do, try to be like mainstream, and that shit flopped. Uchi Wally, come on now.
So let's ignore Nas going that route.
All right.
He sounds great when he's over Justice League production. He sounds incredible. Like he's
on Life Is Good. Yeah.
Whenever he's with Rick Ross too. It wasn't just the album.
Justice League was on Life Is Good. They did the intro, no introduction on Life Is Good. They did that. He sounded great on that.
But Life Is Good isn't an album that I was arguing against you with. Remember?
But you're talking about you trying to talk about features and shit with Justice League.
No, what I'm saying is overall, whether it be the album or his features, he sounds great on both of them. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So for somebody of Nas's caliber, why not recognize that?
Nas has great beat selection, man. I don't know why people just be saying that shit.
It's not the fact that he doesn't have beat selection. It's the fact that he doesn't update. So it literally sounds like you're stuck in a fucking vault.
He updates? Hell no.
No, what I'm saying is he doesn't move with the times. He doesn't generate with the times.
Life Is Good sounds hella fucking great. That Life Is
Good. But
even
then it's still, there's parts of it where it still sounds like that's 2012. That's a synth from 2012, and it doesn't mature. As much as I like Life Is Good, there's just sounds and elements where
I went back and listened to
I'm with you on that. Like I will say this, that Jay-Z, he's like a chameleon, bro. Like he's adapting.
Yeah, he'll adapt.
Even with Jay sounding like it's really a grimy on 444. It still sounds like it's in this decade.
I get what you're saying.
It sounds like it can move towards the next decade. I don't get that a lot with Nas, so that's what frustrates me because he's such a great lyricist.
Well, sometimes you do, and then he just gets shitted on for it. Like for example, Hero. Like
Hero's a great fucking beat.
It's a great song. Period. It's a great record in my mind. You know what I mean? But that's one of those ones that he got shitted on for. He got
shitted on for making I Can. For the kids and shit. He got shit on and put that on Godson. And then after that, years later, people understand why he did that. He did it because, first of all, his mom told him, but he wanted to speak to the next generation. And that's a timeless-ass record. And to me, honestly, Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and we should respect him as such. Lost Tapes 2 proves that for me. To me. He is by far one of the greatest of all time, and we should respect him as such. But that's my argument, and I'm going to stick to it.
Nas is one of the greatest lyricists.
I said
argument. But for how he is praised overall, I don't go to his albums the way I should be going to his albums for somebody that's praised that way, if that makes sense.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
For somebody that gets praised for that level, I should be going to Nas like...
I can still
I shouldn't have to be in a mood to be like, okay, now I want to hear Nas, like, you know what I mean? And that's excluding Illmatic and It Was Written, because there's nothing needs to be said about those.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the later albums.
I could go to I Am,
and I'm not saying that he should have classics from top to bottom. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the experience should just be listenable all the way throughout. I don't get that with him.
I mean, that's you. I was listening to all his shit, and I was just like, fuck. And it was aging great. His shit was aging great to me, besides Streets Disciples and Nostradamus. And those two albums, ugh, man.
Yeah, I mean, you
yeah, we all went. Nah.
Again, you take out the obvious two. It's still Medic and Godson, and then some days I'm gonna call the album Nigger because that's what the album's called. Like, that's what the album's called. I'm not calling no fucking Untitled. I'm not calling
I can't believe he had the balls.
I'm calling it Untitled.
The album's called Nigger.
Yeah, you keep your mouth shut.
So there's some days where I'm like, damn, this is a good project, and then there's other days I'm like, fucking Project Roach just killed this shit. So it depends on the day I'm listening.
When I was listening to Untitled,
Life is Good. I've said it before. I was like, I'm not gonna go as far as say it's a classic, but I've called it a great album. And then of course Nasir, when it first came out, I was like, I felt like 3 or 4.
Dude, you were fucking breaking down the lyrics on the podcast.
That's cool, but even then,
even
when I broke it down, I even said I was like, something feels like it's missing.
Then you even said it was part of the Deadly Sins, and I was like, I think Kanye just made that shit up. No, Genius said it. Then Nas came out and said, yeah, Kanye made that shit up.
Yeah. But even with all that, I was still only. It wasn't like I was like, oh, this is great, and then he said it, and I'm like, and I backtracked. No, even when it was still on, I was like, something's missing here.
Hey, I still fuck with Nasir. I'm not gonna defend it. I still fuck with that damn.
But that's my thing too. Is I don't defend things like if I'm not going to defend it, I'm not going to argue for it. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel about it. If I'm going to argue for something, then I got to defend it. It can't be one of those ones where it's like I like it, but I'm not going to defend it, like type deal. You know, like
yeah, no, I got you.
Still,
I got you.
Hey, all I'm gonna say.
But again, even though it didn't matter if Lost Tapes 2 was going to be dope top to bottom. Like that wasn't gonna. Again, I'm not holding that against them. That's a compilation project of over 10 years worth of work.
Still holds up.
So to me, it's you literally just went to the vault. You picked tracks over this time frame. And again, I've just never been one to grade on that scale. I don't even grade Pac's posthumous albums. I've never done that. I've just listened and took it for what it was.
To me, bro.
That is crazy.
That's kind of crazy. I'm like, I don't know.
So you can't rank Are You Still Down, huh?
I've never ranked.
Like, that was one of them ones.
That was one of the best ones.
Never ranked that one.
Until the End of Time is Better Days is
He wasn't here to.
Yeah, I
wasn't here to force it
I get what you're saying, but
like it's literally you just took footage, you just put it over a collage, and then that's it. How do I know he didn't want certain songs in that order? Maybe he wanted the songs on there, but how do we know that you kind of didn't fuck up the order?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Man, you went too technical on that because Are You Still Down is that's fucking amazing.
I mean, he did get technical, but bro, that's how Pac was. Like he was a perfectionist. Like seriously.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you think about it, that's how we grade artists. How involved were you with your album?
Yeah,
true.
I get you. That's why they're still trying to like release XXX fucking albums and shit, half-ass work. I'm like, what the fuck? Bro,
yeah, apparently there's supposed to be another one coming.
I know, right? I mean, I looked at Michael's Escape album and that was like revamped and he had no issues. But the thing what they did on that one is that they got the reproduced records on the first half and the second half was just the original versions that he worked. So it kind of worked both ways. But I still fuck with that one. Well, shit, Bieber's Journals was a compilation album. You do know that, right?
Yeah, because he released the songs every week, which is why I never ranked.
You never ranked. You didn't rank Journals either.
No, he released the songs every week.
I guess, man, you mean hella technical with that shit.
How the hell am I supposed to grade this? Release the track and it's like, okay, cool. Now let's just make an album.
Still an album though. But whatever.
They were literally one song at a time.
But then he
didn't even put them in order on the project. And then, it was like they were just all in random order.
They were all in order from how he released it. I remember that. Like
I was gonna say because I don't know. I don't remember. I must have the shit. I did not listen to
because he released all. I remember because I when I was
that'd be a tight ass like rollout though. You know what I mean?
It was a great rollout. He released them.
Dropped one track every week, and at the very end of it, like
and then the last 2 tracks were like
there's an album.
The ones the Lil Wayne and the version and.
But see, I feel like if the wrong person does that, it's gonna piss you guys off.
Like who?
I don't know, because you're always like, well, just focus on the album. And it's like, well, you gave me the album one piece at a time. So how am I supposed to enjoy the album?
But that's the same with
one piece at a time.
One piece at a time. That's what Kanye did with Good Friday. Kanye did that shit with Good Friday and had tracks.
It wasn't the whole album though.
Damn near felt like it.
And then when he went back, it was more polished and stuff was added.
Well, I guess we can agree to disagree on that one. But like I said, the Lost Tapes 2. That was just by far one of the best rap albums of the year. Fucking Nasir Jones. I appreciate you, Nas.
I appreciate Nas too.
No, you
sometimes you just gotta call it how it is.
No, I'm calling it for what it is. He's one of the greatest of all time. You should respect him as such. Anyway.
I mean, he is, man, but I ain't gonna fucking grovel at his feet.
I'm just grovel at his feet.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not gonna grovel at his feet either,
Like,
but I'm gonna put respect on his name.
Dope as fuck. You know
I'm gonna put respect on his name.
When have I not said Nas wasn't dope?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, let's put respect on his name.
You just said it, you need to do it too. I'm like, when have I not
No,
done
I'm not
it?
talking to you. I'm talking to the people. Anyway, Maxo Kream.
To the people.
The people. I'm gonna watch that. We need that soundbite, man. The people.
Shit.
Even though he didn't even say it that way, but
In our narrative,
he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did. No, but we're doing the whole man motion.
No, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I did it. Gotham is yours. And who does it belong to? The people. That's exactly how he said it.
People.
all right.
Anyway, Maxo Kream, Rock Nation new signee onto the management, I guess.
I think he signed to the label.
Yeah.
I thought he signed to the label or like the management.
I'm pretty sure it was just a management deal.
Nah.
Either way, he's a part of the
Either
fucking
way,
brand.
yeah, he's got a rock channel.
I don't even know who's who anymore because they treat everybody pretty much like
Same.
a team.
Yeah.
I like this. Brandon Banks, I like the album.
I still gotta listen to it.
You know, listen to it.
Man,
I did. It just didn't grab me. How it's grabbing everybody else.
I don't know how it didn't grab you by the first song that I sent you like a month ago. Shit. Or actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that.
Shit.
Let me rephrase that shit. I put that same song, Meet Again, when it first came out. I put it on one of my Venomous Vibes fucking playlists.
You did.
Huh?
You did.
I know I did. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying just to reform myself.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I've been following this dude for a few years now, and this album to me is like the culmination of everything that he's been working on. The shit is dope as fuck. Like, in my opinion, my honest opinion, top to bottom, this is the best rap album this year.
Wow. So I said Nas, you said Maxo.
Yeah.
I'm still saying no. No.
You wrong again, goddammit.
Motherfucker!
Well, this time
That was from Tropic Thunder. God damn it!
Nah, don't get me wrong. I liked it. And shout out to Yo and DJ Booth because I was going through and they were building this up. And I already had, Martin had already told me about the album that was coming out. So I was like, it was already on my radar.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like, okay, cool. So it's getting pretty good reviews. I'm listening to it and I'm like, all right, it's cool. But then there's something about Yo's review that stood out when he wrote, this is just, you just got to hear it top to bottom. Like, there's no playlist music here at all. And I'm like,
No.
nah, I found the songs I could find off the playlist. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The Relays with Travis Scott for sure is one that holds on his own. Megan Thee Stallion on She Live. 3 a.m. with Q is the highlight on the album for me. And then Murder Block with A$AP Ferg. And then, of course, there's that cat, KCG Josh. The thing that I didn't like about this, though, was even though it wasn't like he didn't come with it. Mm-hmm. He just got too monotone, so at that point, all the features outshined him.
I see what you're saying.
So you hear Travis Scott come on with a whole different energy. Yeah. And it's like he just left him in where he was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Travis Scott, even though Travis Scott didn't spit like the most lyrical miracle shit, it was the fact he came on and brought a different element, and Maxo Kream was still just kind of here.
Yeah.
And then when Meg came on, it was the same thing. She's super energetic and he's just still here. And then Q comes on, who we've already said is the most versatile in TDE.
Yeah.
So that's already a mismatch right there. And then Ferg kind of did the same thing. So it was like, from that aspect, it was like, damn, he got outshined on all the features.
Isn't that how?
And it wasn't even. But see, for me, it's not just about the lyrics; it's your delivery. If you factor in the delivery, he got outshined.
See, that's where I think we have a disconnect. And the reason why I'm not saying that he outdid all the features. Like, he might have been equal to him, in my opinion. And the reason why is because I'm more about, I like that new melodic shit that they got going on. And when I say they, I'm talking about the younger cats.
Yeah.
This dude ain't even really all that young. He's 29 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but I'm talking about the new up and comers and shit. They got like this melodic ass flow, and I'm fucking with it. Like, just that's a personal thing. You know what I mean? Like, I really fuck with that shit.
I get that. It's just, for me, he sounds too monotone. So when you bring people that have energy and they're like, and they just ride that, it just,
you know who he reminds
mix.
me of?
It's like vinegar and water to me.
I get what you're saying, but I'm telling you, bro. Like, through my ears.
Who's that one dude from the South with the Z in it? Zero? That's his name. That's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, Zero's dope ass artist, but it's just you'd rather hear him as a featured artist.
Yeah.
At least to me, I'd rather hear Zero as a featured artist than listen to a Zero album.
I gotta
just like I'd rather hear a playlist of Zero of the highlights versus listening to a full-fledged Zero.
I gotta go back and listen to him to see what, because Schoolboy grew on me over time, and every time I get damn near to the halfway point towards the album, I'm just like, I'm at that get to the point type of shit, and it's just like I'm trying to hear what everybody's hearing. I'm not saying the distance, but it is a good album, but it's just like.
No.
Yeah, I didn't hear album of the year.
Yeah, not even best rap album. It's a good rap album, but it's not the best rap album. But that's just to me. And to JC.
Like, that's cool.
I mean, as far as the first project
through
goes,
my ears,
as far as the first project goes that I've heard from him, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That's all I could ask for when I first hear the project.
But see, that goes back to what I was saying, bro. It's like, I feel like I've been used to what he's been doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already geared for it.
Yeah.
So when it came on, I was just like, oh shit, all right, cool. Everything sounded exactly the way I expected it to. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the difference, I guess. You're kind of adjusting to what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
it does and it doesn't at the same time. Just because there were certain lyrics where I'm like, that's too. You got to have emotion for that shit. Mm-hmm. There were just certain things he was saying when he was talking about how his mom was locked up as a result of his dad.
Yeah.
And so it's like it just came. It was like kind of like, oh yeah, my dad's locked up with my mom.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though. That's where the melodic shit comes into play.
But what I'm saying is you could find a way to bring energy and still have that melody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
kind of like how
something's got to piss you off. I gotta feel it. Some things I just can't. You just can't have dope rhymes.
He has to
I gotta feel it.
The
you know what I'm saying?
The new day. Yes, it is.
Oh shit!
Spoiler. From what I was, because again, he's a lyrical artist, so I was catching what he was saying.
Yeah.
It was just there were certain things about his life where I'm like, damn, that kind of rolled off his tongue like it was just an everyday thing. And albeit while it is an everyday thing, sometimes you got to tap in to bring out the trauma to get us to feel where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I know I oftentimes sound like I'm being sarcastic and shit. I understand what you're saying, bro, but I'm just like, through my ears, it was different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's just where I'm like, I guess that's what was missing from me, which was just the feeling.
That's the thing about albums. You gotta, like, it has to connect with you, and somehow that feeling, that emotion power, put some acting into it.
That's not to say he was bullshitting.
I don't know, y'all didn't hear me.
I heard.
I wasn't.
We were trying to drown you out to keep you safe from the beehive. That's not to say that he was bullshitting me. He wasn't doing it, but it was just he didn't exaggerate certain moments to make me. I heard him. I didn't get the feeling of, okay, that's what it's like to be in his feet.
Pretty much in a nutshell, people, he was rapping like Beyonce's acting skills in The Lion King.
No, I'm not gonna go that far. Don't
come on.
Don't disrespect him like that.
Come on, man.
That's okay. That's just how I feel.
You gonna come out and talk about respect Nas, and then you gonna put this
acting
man
skills.
Like you just badmouthed Lion King, but then you said I like this. It was good.
Oh, it was good. No, I'm speaking for you.
You know what I'm saying? Don't speak for me. That's not what I said. Did not say that at all.
Had to double down real quick. But overall, the album is good to you. It's really great to you. It's cool for me.
Well, halfways because you didn't get through it all.
Yeah, but still cool. It's still cool. From what I heard, it's still good. But
there was this little detail that you didn't know about.
The ending?
No. What?
You said the last track is something that you said earlier about the last track was some shit.
Nah, I'm talking about the whole sequencing of the album was done by Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So that...
As soon as you told me that part, I was like, okay, god damn it. Oh, shit, here we go again.
Sequencing wasn't my issue with this.
Yeah, not definitely not at all.
There was a nice flow throughout.
Yeah, Hov must really like... If Hov is sequencing your album, he really fucks with you. So...
It's a New York nigga that can rap that's signed to his label.
Yeah. And he's actually lyrical.
Yeah, like he's not gonna back that. Yeah. No, he's jumping on board for that.
Seriously.
Damn, do that for J. Cole. Ain't that a bitch?
And then you said that they compared this shit to fucking Good Kid, Mad City.
I think Yo kind of pointed that out. It's kind of like Good Kid, Mad City in a way. In a way, kind of is. I gotta specifically say how he said it, but I remember he kind of said it's like Good Kid, Mad City meets some other shit.
That's kind of interesting because I mean we didn't have it on the list, but the Yella Beezy album that came out as well, bro. If they're gonna compare, I'm just saying if they're comparing this to Good Kid, Mad City, I would look at Yella Beezy's as YG's My Crazy Life. And I'm not saying that it's like that great, you know what I'm saying? But like as far as
the balance.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yella Beezy's more hood, yeah.
Oh damn, even the cover art looks hella hood.
Yeah, I mean it's got 2 C's. It's called Baccend Beezy.
Marlowe's on it. T-shirt, I mean.
Two shorts on that.
Young Thug's on it.
Chris Brown, dude, that song with Chris Brown is dope. That was the one I was hard pressed to decide on which one we're gonna put on the playlist, man. The Young Thug one was clean. NLE Chopper, I don't really know too much about, dude, but he's got a lot of energy. I'll say that much.
K Michelle's on it too.
Yeah. All around though, this shit on there is hard.
Hard?
Yeah, that's one I missed. I wasn't able to get to. So there's a lot of One project that surprised me though was Iggy Azalea.
You were telling me that you were just like, wait, what?
Because I was expecting to.
What kind of shit is that?
I was expecting to go into this like, okay, I could put this on. It'll be the background. Let me find the 2 songs that we can put on the playlist.
It was sucked because she came out the same day as Nas and Beyonce. I was like, oh shit,
no, the same day as all this music.
But then the first track, which is Thanks I Get, it's just so fucking aggressive, and what she's saying is so fucking aggressive, and it's like, oh,
this is what you're coming with,
huh? And then Clap Back was a nice follow up, so I'm like, all right,
what's going on?
And then Sally Walker, I mean, Sally Walker, I haven't seen anybody that feels in between with Sally Walker. You either like it or you don't. But I will say, in the context of the project,
is that the one with Yachty?
With that video?
Oh,
remember? Yeah, but I would say in the context of the project,
is that record with Tiger on it?
Nah, that was from her EP.
Yeah, you're right.
EP dropped last year. Yeah, the joint with Yachty was alright.
I actually like that one too.
It was skippable, but then she had 2 great features with Cash Doll and Juicy J on here. Like those were obviously the 2 standouts, but it wasn't because of the features only. It was just there was chemistry with everybody involved with those tracks.
Yeah, definitely.
Like again, I went into this thinking, all right, let me find the 2 or 3 tracks, and let me just skim through.
Typical, find them for the playlist.
There's 12 tracks, and I left saying there's a full-fledged 8 where I'm like, those are for sure project joints. And then there were 2 where I was like, all right, I could go either or. And then there were another 2 where I was like, I could have done without. So altogether, had she done a project that was 8 to 10, I might even be looking at this like, okay, we got to find this somewhere on the list. Now, I'm not saying I'm that hard pressed with this project, but I will say from what I was expecting going into it and how I left it, this was for me. This was the surprise.
You know what's so sad about that? I believe what you say about Iggy. I actually respect her as a rapper. Besides, how the timeline treats her on Twitter, is that this album's gonna fall on deaf ears to the.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, I know
because they just released the video for the Cash Doll joint "Fuck It Up," and that looks like it's already like
steam.
I think it's already in the millions of views at this point.
Oh,
so I think that's going to propel. Like she has music where. You can listen to it. You're like, okay, this isn't my demographic, but I recognize it right away.
Yeah. It's like,
when she goes on tour, I actually want to be in the building just to see how these women act. Because she's got shitting on this project where the women, like, if they're not swinging from the fucking from the rafters second, from the rafters, I would be
but
shocked.
You know what's sad about it is that Megan Thee Stallion kind of already got that what's it called? Not the platform, that genre, that demographic on lock.
Well, but I think what differentiates from that is Meg is, for lack of a better term, she's the new toy in hip hop.
Yeah.
Iggy's already been there.
But not respected, sadly.
So she's coming from a standpoint where she has experience, and that's not to knock off Meg or anything. I'm just saying Iggy still has a role to play on the female side.
Sadly, and
she's left to find her space. Really,
and it was
because I played you guys the 4 highlights, and even you guys were like, "Oh,
no." I was like, "It's not for me," but I hear it.
Yeah.
But it's just like I just know it's gonna fall on deaf ears because I know how people are, and it's irritating because like this is great music, but just how y'all view her on social media and other shit, like she's just shut the fuck up.
We gonna see because it's summertime, so this is the perfect time to drop this.
But that
I want to see what happens over the next couple of weeks because maybe this is one where it just bubbles a week late because everybody went to go see Lion King and You know, there is a community of people that doesn't necessarily care for Chance, who's dropping out this week.
Yeah.
I know for sure, for motherfuckers that live outside the Bay in California as a whole, they feel some type of way about E40.
Well, obviously.
Well, and Atlanta included. So, you know, California and Georgia...
But
I'm kind of really
probably not
I was gonna say this
E40.
about Iggy, that ass.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see whether the next 2 or 3 weeks, if this is one that just kind of hits late. Because there are those joints where...
Yeah.
It happens every year.
Yeah.
And Willow Smith, well, not Willow Smith, but Williow dropped her self-titled album, Williow. And from what I saw, what people were telling, I think even Lamar told me this. He was like, "This is like the album that Solange knows should have dropped or wanted to drop with the music wise." You listened to it, so how was it?
When you told me that, I was like, "Yeah, I can see it." I mean, it's not whip my hair.
How old was she when she dropped that? How old was she?
Seriously, like 10.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How old is she now?
18?
She's 18 or 19 now.
Yeah,
Damn.
she old, bro. I whip my hair back and forth with my hair. That was a knock.
Yeah.
Remember that. And she was on Rock Nation. I remember that. Hove signed her up for the long game. He knew what she's capable of. So, but overall, what you saying is cool.
I mean, Like a Bird just traps you. Like it has
Not
your
Nelly
attention.
Furtado status, but
It has your attention.
yeah, it's like
Pretty Girls for sure would definitely be a standout. And then, you know, her and Jaden, I'm not against them doing a joint project together.
That'd be fire. Because all the tracks they have together.
Well, I only heard that one. Mm-hmm. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard like a lot of tracks by them already. And
Well, no, as together, we've already heard them. But after this, it's like,
they might as well.
Y'all might as well at this point. I mean, they're both signed to Rock Nation.
Jaden's on that Rock Nation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
So
you might. There ain't gonna be no conflict with the labels.
Man, Hov,
might as well
seriously.
do it.
And Hov's cool with the dad, and just they need their own TV show. The Smiths all around. Like I
They run the internet.
Them 50-second, the 1 minute clips are just like their little short reality shows. It's just like, dude, just keep it up with the Smiths and have that on Facebook.
Put that right before Kardashians.
Hey, I'm watching that. People were already saying that shit. And the Kardashians already said they want like a new contract with E, and you know the Smiths should just come right in there.
And they'd be like, "Oh, we'll take that slot."
And they'd be the new Run's house. They'd be the new Run's house. You remember Run's house? That was like a great shit.
That shit was dope.
But there's a lot of music dropping next week, man. A lot of music. You got Chance the Rapper announced his album. What's it called? The Big Time?
I don't know. I don't just drop the album. Whatever.
It's called The Big Time, I think. Yeah,
Man,
the big
I heard
album,
that
the
shit,
big
yeah.
day, the new day.
You
Yes,
didn't know
it
it damn
is.
pop just because you dropping
shit.
your album.
Yeah, but you was like, oh, I was like, oh, that day. I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, hold up. Who else is dropping that day? And then I realized that nigga NF is that white boy. That nigga. That white boy.
Wrong.
No. That white boy NF is dropping that day. Searching. I think that's what it's called. Searching or whatever. He's dropping that same day. And I was just like, huh. And he, like I'm telling you people, he has a cult following. And I'm not saying, I will not be surprised. Because people are kind of getting irritated by Chance right now. Especially how he is and all this other crap. But the way NF is, I don't want to say he's an industry plant, but he has a cult following. Millions of views on YouTube, millions of streams. He went platinum before. He got the #1 spot before. And there's a lot of anticipation from his big core fan base. Don't be surprised if him and Chance are like neck and neck for the top spot on Billboard. That's all I'm saying on that.
That would be interesting.
I want it to happen because I want
seriously.
fuckery. Because I want the time like, who the fuck is that? Who is this white boy? I never heard of him. But anyway, he has like bundle packs too, so he might still get it. But who knows?
Oh, but then to quickly gloss over what I was talking about with Def Jam.
Yeah.
Because you brought up Billboard. So this was the reason why I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing over there? Because the Lion King gift joint that Beyonce dropped is like, I think projected to do somewhere around like
100K.
Nas, I think, is only at 5 to 7.
No, it's 20K all around with streaming.
Well, even then, you know how much of a difference that is?
Shit. That's kind of a huge difference.
Then if that's the case, then I was looking at pure sales.
You look at pre-sales
So
all around.
But even then, do you know how much of a difference that means? Nas will have done a fifth of what Beyonce did. And you mean to tell me nobody in those fucking Def Jam offices could have had foresight to be like, you know what? Let's kind of hold off real quick.
Let's just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Or shit, they could have dropped it earlier in the fucking year.
Or in December.
When they realize, okay, wait,
like
week
no one's
after
dropping?
week after week, nobody's dropping. Let's just drop it now.
What was that? Like back in June? That's when they should have
dropped this shit back in April.
Seriously.
Yeah.
If they would have done that, that would have been fucking perfect timing.
But all around, it is what it is. Like you said, it's just a compilation album, so it is what it is. And who else is dropping next week? YBN Corday. And I looked at the track list. It looks kind of promising. And I remember how he rapped with her at the Grammys. I'm interested in that shit. Mm-hmm. And E40's dropping next week.
Yup.
And I'm sure there's going to be a surprise or two that drops.
There has to be.
Chance, I don't think no one's. I have a feeling
the whole rotation.
I don't feel no one's gonna go up against Chance. I think it's just. I'm looking at NF.
I don't think Chance is like that high caliber to where you got to watch out. Oh, let's not drop when he drops.
I think he is, but but none of his music has been hitting. That's the thing. None of his music has been hitting.
I don't think nobody's scared of Chance.
That's what
I don't even think nobody's scared of the unofficial. What is it? The unofficial machine that's behind him either.
Seriously. Yeah, he calls himself independent and you're on the he calls himself an independent artist and you're on the fucking Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be an independent artist.
Yeah. But he keeps talking about how independent he is, and it says I just don't you need more people, but he has people helping him.
I mean,
you gotta have a team, dog. Like no matter what,
no,
like, you can't just do everything literally on your own.
That's like saying Tech Nine's not independent because he sold 1 million all together.
Let me rephrase that. When he released that free album with Coloring Book, and he had all those fucking features from Kanye to Justin Bieber to 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne and shit, and he did all that shit. I just don't believe it. I don't know. Something's just annoying.
You remember Mr. Fab's album?
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Remember he didn't pay for shit. I'm just saying,
dog. Like he didn't pay for shit,
and he's independent.
And he's independent.
Oh yeah, super.
He's
super
independent.
duper.
But let me ask you this: if Apple Music was like, "Hey, we want to do something, with Mr. Fab," would you call him independent? Would you say he's not independent then? Because I was still looking to be like, no, he's still independent.
Yeah,
he lucked out with the machine that got behind it.
I'm kind of gone cold to Chance about how he treated his #1 fan on social media like a month ago.
See that I understand. You know what I mean?
Remember
I get that,
but that doesn't.
But he's still independent.
Yeah, that doesn't.
No.
You know
I'm talking overall as a person.
Oh, you fucked your fan up like a superstar. You ain't independent.
Okay, let me reframe that. Not the independent part. He just comes off. Chance just comes off fake to me now. It's just something about it just does not sit well with me.
It's funny because I get that too.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's coming off across fake. I think he's just coming across of I'm tired of holding up my image. And there's a difference between holding up the image and being fake.
He told his #1 fan suck my dick on Twitter. When he was just saying that there's something about you. Like, what did he say? He said something to him. And then he goes on Twitter and just says, suck my dick. He's like, dude, what the fuck, man? I've been a fan of you since 10 Day. He's like, oh, okay. And he starts going back and forth with him on some childish shit. And I'm like, dude, that's your #1 fan. Can you imagine J. Cole telling one of his fans to suck my dick on social media? So imagine if Beyonce told one of her fans to suck my clit. They'd put, okay.
I mean, Nicki tells her Barbs to do it. They still can't get her #1.
Shit. Speaking of that, her ass fucking did a freestyle over Suge on the baby shit, and it was sad is that it wasn't even on Apple. What was sad is Clean Radio wasn't even on Apple Music. It wasn't even on Beats One Radio. This time it was only on they had it at Power 105 in LA. Oh, that's sad. And the Suge, and no one asked for that shit, and it was all on Automac. Like, damn, not even SoundCloud, but Automac.
Audiomac, yeah.
Okay.
So, just some news that stopped hip hop. Made people, whether it was, I guess, I wouldn't necessarily call it a moment. I would call it more of a minute, a hip hop minute. It got people's attention for a hip hop minute.
I remember seeing it and I knew exactly what it was. When I saw the clips, I was like, I know what this is. I ain't gonna get mad.
Glasses Malone drops the video with the caption, "Tupac deserved to die," and then next thing you know, all hell broke loose.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Now, me having followed G Malone pretty much since he was Black Wall Street affiliated,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I've known over the years that he has an admiration for Pac.
He has an admiration for him?
For Pac, yes.
Oh, okay,
he recognizes him as...
I thought he hated him.
No,
okay.
he has no.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely recognized him. So when I saw the headline, I was like, okay, so this isn't... We can eliminate that right away. Then I actually started seeing, without even actually hitting play the first time, just seeing some of the clips. I'm like, okay, niggas in blue. Oh, this is from Orlando. Okay. And then that's when I sat down and I pressed play. So I already knew from jump what it was.
I just know Jonah Lucas was like,
oh, you know he had
Oh yeah, seriously.
You know he went back. You know he went back and looked at his album and he looked all through the recordings. How the fuck did I miss this? He's going through the vault trying to find the shit.
I know I did it. He probably scrapped the song from his album.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hey man, there's pros and cons to when you do high level features for Eminem. You know, you gotta focus on the feature and not the concept.
Yeah. Because as soon as I thought this is some old Jonah Lucas shit, Jonah Lucas would have came up with this shit.
I will say this: the positives of it, I am always a big fan of concepts, especially concepts that have footage and video to go with it. Mm-hmm. So that was definitely dope to see. I always like a devil's advocate approach.
Yeah.
So
and it was a story track,
right?
And I'm a sucker for story tracks.
So we all know that, and again, I've grown up being like, you know, Pac didn't deserve to die. But on the flip side, what do you say to somebody when Pac gets into street politics
and literally beat your ass in the fucking, and from his point of view, you whoop my ass with Suge Knight while I'm in the casino with my niggas. You beat me up, so I'm gonna tell like, what the fuck, and you take my chain. So I'm like, oh, okay. Talk to my boys. Let's kill this nigga. Yeah, now, we know where this nigga at. Let's wait for him and let's ride up to him and shoot him.
So yeah, no, from that aspect, I enjoyed it. The song itself wasn't nothing to write about. Like once you get past the visuals, that's not something you're gonna play by itself in the car.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. You want to. You can only like watch once and be over it.
You have to watch it though. You can't listen to it. Like it's just not. Yeah.
I can imagine what G Malone's camp was saying to him, which was you gotta grab the attention.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it overall, considering that it was just the headline, and then once people realized it, they stopped talking about it. So that's why I said it wasn't a moment that I felt like it could have been.
It was a clout chase.
It ended up becoming that when it was actually, it deserved in itself at least a West Coast moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then reading through the comments, it was people didn't even get to the damn song. They were still just
saw the headline.
Yeah, just the headline. That's
saw the headline.
So it literally became TMZ and Bossip. Like that's all it was.
It was just they just saw the headline. They didn't even click the link, and that's what our people are in. You see the headlines, you don't read or watch. And then I remember seeing it, and I was like, "What? Oh, I know what this is. Oh, this is smart. Oh, this is funny. I'm over it."
Yeah, no, it was like you watch it once. It was like, all right, that was cool.
That was
and then you go back to doing what you do.
That was it was very creative. And
I watched it. And then I turned Last You on. Like it was, like it just got lost in same with the rundown. It got pushed down.
Oh yeah, what happened to your shaft? There's powerful niggardry at work.
I mean, don't get us wrong. You know, this is a podcast where we openly talk about as many different topics as we can, but considering we are and identify ourselves as a hip-hop podcast, the fact that this was pushed so far down on our rundown should tell you enough on,
Man, like you said, the song was just blah.
Yeah.
I mean, the song overall was just...
I mean, the song was cool, man. Don't get me wrong. It's just...
I remember you were the one that put in the group chat, you were just like, just watch it. Like, oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
It was like one of those, I watched it and I kept scrolling. I was like, oh, that's creative. Next.
Yep.
I mean, it was cool for the one time that I seen it, and that was it.
Right.
It's what it is.
We ain't gonna put it on my playlist.
No, that's definitely not. Again, that's not something you listen to without the video.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You have to watch.
If you understood the video the first time, there's really no reason to watch it again.
Or if you know the whole history, if you watch all the fucking
unless
documentaries,
you want to go back and see the fine ass woman that was in the casino before he got.
Did you see the ATM machine? And it was, even though it takes place in the 90s, and when he went into the drugstore, the liquor store, you saw the chip, the ATM shit. I was like, okay, this is ghetto, but just go with it. It's okay. It's okay. Saw some of that.
I can't fault him when Straight Outta Compton, All Eyes on Me put Hail Mary in they fucking movies.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I was the first time
had Pac recording Hail Mary in 1993
with Dr. Dre sitting there and then playing California Love.
Like 1993.
And then I'm sitting there watching All Eyes on Me. He's performing at the House of Blues and he performs Hail Mary. And I was like, why are you... They just have an obsession with this damn song.
People just love Hail Mary for a fucking fault, man. Seriously, though. You will be illogical for fucking Hail Mary.
Tupac would have been born. He would have been in the movie.
Song. Don't get me wrong.
Then you turn it off at the Outlaw and start rapping.
Get the timeline.
Yeah.
Get the timeline
I put
right.
my APP.
Shit.
Anyway, if you go back to Hove, him and Jazzo are cool again.
Hey.
Jay-Z just squashing beef with all his fucking people.
I mean, you kind of see that was, you know,
you knew
that was on the
coming.
horizon.
You know,
It just happens with age and maturity.
Dame, I saw an interview saying Dame said he may not ever want to talk to Hov. Period.
Yeah,
Dame needs to grow up,
yeah,
man.
then we're going to see this big-ass 20th anniversary of Rock La Familia. And
everybody...
Dame's going to run out and...
I don't know. He seemed dead ass serious.
Past nobody.
He was kind of dead ass serious about it. It's like everyone is squashing their beats with Hov except for him. He really feels hurt. Oh well, grow up, Jazzo.
But see, I mean, Dame's done very well for himself on it, but I think that's just. It's also a testament to what happens when you let ego and anger
cloud you.
Cloud you. Because if you think about it, I mean. Biggs has always been the one that's been behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. But even then, when you look at Biggs' resume, even when he had the setback going to jail, even when he got out, it's like, wow, Biggs is still a part of this? I didn't know he was a part of this.
Hov looks out for his people, man.
Yeah.
All the people you see around him, Hov looks out for them.
Right.
But Jazzo.
Yeah, so Jazzo's King's Country Music Group has now partnered with Equity Distribution. Now, Equity Distribution is Rock Nation's independent digital platform, or distribution platform, I should say.
Yeah.
So they're now partnered with 125 digital services across the country. But most importantly, all their artists will own their masters.
Good for them.
So this is something that, rightfully so. This is something that got introduced, I believe, back in April. But I didn't realize anything about it until, of course, the Jazzo news came into effect. I didn't realize who was on the label so far. They got a nice handful of roster.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Ninth Wonder, Ryan Leslie, Tiny Harris are just 3 names that are familiar. And then, of course, Jazzo brought his label over. And then Jadakiss's So Raspy label is a part of it. So his artists are being distributed through here.
Side note, back talking about masters, when Nas did his interview with it wasn't Elliot Wilson, it was somebody else for the title shit about the lost tapes. He talked about how he wanted to do a song with Prince, and he asked Prince if he wanted to if they wanted to collab, and Prince just looked at him and just said, "You own your masters?"
No.
Holla at me then.
Damn.
So that was that.
That's a different perspective.
Seriously though.
Shit.
He just said tragic.
Yeah.
And just floated away.
Oh my god.
Come now, Lewis. Who's Lewis? Don't worry about it.
Motherfuckers just looked at him and said, "You'll never record with me again."
Oh fuck.
There wouldn't be some. I know I shouldn't say this, but wouldn't be some fucked up shit if the thought of collabing with Nas is what pushed Prince over.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna tell your mama. I'm gonna tell your mama you said that,
man.
I'm gonna tell your mama. You can't never gonna listen to another Nas record again.
I'm just trying to say, man.
Listen to that. Listen to the record that Nas emailed him. What is this?
He still don't know his masters. Let me just. There's only one way to get out of this.
Shit.
This is a Prince fan saying this shit. Ah, damn. That's funny.
I mean, you gotta. I mean, shit. If you grew up listening and understanding who Prince was the way I was, shit. Prince was a dark ass motherfucker that had a dark ass sense of humor. Just like, I'm pretty sure some people found out about that
after the fact.
Yeah, there's some shit my mom's told me about story wise about him where I'm like, oh,
he was an asshole. I mean, he's petty. Anyway,
just nobody talked about it because it was like first of all, he's a genius.
Yeah.
And then if you really understood him behind the scenes, he was really funneling money to a lot of different organizations. Mm-hmm. Like when it first came to the Black Lives Matter type stuff, he was one of the main contributors financially to that. Just nobody knows about it because he didn't publicize it.
Yeah.
That's what's up though.
Remained anonymous.
Yeah.
Back to Equity though, isn't that not to compare it and shit, but doesn't it seem a lot like Empire?
In a way.
In a way. I just see 125 digital services and I'm like, how far does Empire reach? And that's not a knock against Ghazi or anybody. Like Empire, Empire has Tyga and Iggy.
Yeah.
And fucking Cameron.
Now I want to repeat that because who would have thought in 2014 that saying they would be on Empire and it wouldn't be looked at as a negative?
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like usually in the past you look at Empire.
Fat Joe and Remy Ma's last album was on Empire.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, cats who had to go to Empire, that used to be looked at as a oh damn, sorry.
Yeah.
Now it's looked at as like, oh shit, you fuck with Ghazi. All right, bet. You in good hands.
That's wild.
Yeah. I would love to see how they compare in terms of the two. Not to see who's better, but just obviously just the comparisons.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just like to know more of the details of
most
what they do
definitely.
and shit. Yeah.
Well,
So speaking of Kiss, man. Kiss, he made his ways through social media, and fortunately, it wasn't for the wrong reasons. Like, he didn't do nothing
kind of awkward.
bad. But there's a picture of a pizza. It just so happened that this pizza looked unfinished until you realized that's how he ordered it. Because motherfucker ordered crust only.
Yeah.
It was literally a pizza in the circle
fuck
that was
is
just
that, man?
crust only.
What was the cheese in there? Or was just
Why didn't he just get like, the breadsticks or some shit? Like, nah, just let me get the whole fucking crust.
He got a whole box of pizza that was just the crust in the form of a circle, like it was a regular pizza.
So, wait, hold on. When you say the crust, you're talking about like the bottom part too, right? Like the bottom of the pizza?
Top and bottom, the crust.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying, whenever I think of crust, I'm just thinking of the outer fucking rim.
I'm talking about the crust, like just the crust that just formed a circle. So
and the middle was
imagine a circle that's crust, but the triangles aren't there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
So he had a bread ring.
He had a UFO,
bread ring.
UFO pizza.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
And how we knew it was to Jadakiss is because the pizza delivery guy said, "Yeah, I just delivered this to Jadakiss right now." He put it on his social media and took a picture because even he couldn't believe this shit.
Because then it was a group chat with him, the other members of the Locks, and there was somebody else, and the other dude was like, "I need explanations," and then he says, "I'm like, it's my cheat day," and they're like, "Nigga, what?
Ain't nothing but bread. What the fuck is this?" Shit. They were roasting his ass in the next. They gonna make a whole diss track talking about the pizza.
Oh, it's bad.
So then I started thinking about it.
Wait till 50 finds out about this shit.
Yeah. So then I started thinking about it. What's some wild shit that you guys have eaten that just is awkward and out the ordinary?
I remember when I was a kid, I used to put syrup on my bread.
But I don't know. I don't see
French toast.
I never. No. Actual syrup.
No, but I mean, the actual bread.
Yeah, like it's not so far off.
Yeah,
it's not that wild.
Other than that,
I don't know.
I think the wildest shit my mom ever came up with was like fried fish tacos.
That is very
ordinary.
But
that is very normal.
Man, we never had it before that one time, and that shit was good as fuck. But
and then I bet you had it again, didn't you?
Oh yes,
because the shit's fucking fire.
Mexicans been doing that shit for years.
I don't know. I never had nothing that ordinary, out of the ordinary. I guess.
You never had like fried chicken and ice cream?
No.
What the fuck?
No.
Oh, so I'm the only one?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You never had fried chicken and ice cream?
No,
that shit hits. That shit hits. And I'm gonna say that as somebody where if you've eaten fried chicken and waffles,
listen.
Have you up in the KFC, right?
You need to go get checked out, bro.
Nah, fam, let me explain
have you all
this right
seen
now,
that
man.
KFC sandwich they got right now?
Oh, I've been meaning to talk about that.
The fucking.
I've been meaning to talk about this nasty ass looking shit.
If you high as fuck and you need something to eat, it's the chicken with whole fucking hot Cheetos all in it.
The
and
hot
shit.
Cheeto chicken sandwich.
What the fucking fuck? What?
Oh
and the hot Cheetos is all smushed.
Yeah. In there.
Mashed, or it looks like potatoes.
What? Alright, I'm done.
Yeah.
I saw that shit.
Lock that motherfucker up.
I was like,
seriously.
I saw me and my mom walked.
Shoot him in the head.
No, I walked in the KFC and I saw that shit. Like, what the fuck is this? And I thought about it. Like, if you were a pothead and you are high out your mind,
dog, you would have to be stupid fucking high.
I said high out your mind.
High out your mind? No, it's beyond that. You have to have an out of body experience in order to fucking eat that.
You gotta be a ghost.
Yeah.
Eat this shit.
Seriously.
That shit.
Yeah.
I can understand the Taco Bell, the Doritos Crunch shit. I can understand. I think that's genius. The Doritos shit with the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That shit's genius to make. That makes sense.
Because the taco shell's literally a chip.
Yeah,
it's a big ass chip.
Yeah, that was genius. That shit at KFC?
No.
You ain't gonna
fat.
You ain't gonna that fat.
You're not gonna beat Taco Bell or Jack in the Box if you try to go after
Luther
the
Deluxe
marijuana market. Like it's not.
No, that's the Luther Deluxe.
That is not the Luther Deluxe.
That's fuck.
That is not the Luther Deluxe. That is the Gerald Levert. Not the Luther Deluxe, man.
Oh God. Anyway, so chicken and ice cream, bro.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, wait, hold on. Now, it sounds. Dip it in the ice cream?
Nah, I mean, I literally had chicken and I had ice cream. They were side by side.
I had a chicken. You were
I'm thinking like you fucking combine the shit somehow.
But somehow the ice cream got onto the chicken.
That's usually how it goes.
So then I ate and I was like, oh, okay, it doesn't taste bad. Ice cream and chicken. Didn't taste bad.
That was accidental though.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
What isn't accidental?
No, but
You think the fucking munchie meal happened on purpose?
Hey, bro, those shits is wild as fuck.
Yeah, but do you think it happened on purpose? Is what I'm saying.
No, but I'm thinking.
Motherfucker got high, ordered a fucking breakfast sandwich, put his fucking burger in the breakfast. You
know what, dude? Since you said he got high and did so, my brother used to do that shit before he even started smoking weed. He would get the ultimate breakfast, get a jumbo jack, put the jumbo jack inside of there with the fucking hash brown.
Yeah, like
shit you not doing. My brother was on some other shit.
Who the fuck would take a fucking chicken sandwich and put it in between a damn croissant? Like,
you'll be surprised, fat people. That got quiet real quick.
I mean, we all fat, but we don't be doing this shit. Like, what the fuck?
You ever been to Hometown Buffet?
Oh, bro, that's a whole nother level of fat.
Oh my god.
Whew.
I never
I had
forget.
some good moments at Hometown.
Yeah.
But then that's something I lost my appetite one time.
Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
I lost my appetite one time.
Containers.
I remember it was like the clumps. I remember looking and I remember seeing this one fat chick just sitting there and her whole family literally just feeding her.
Oh my
god. It's like some Jabba the Hutt shit. Like,
what the fuck?
I ain't never eaten here again.
You didn't ask her if she had chicken and ice cream?
Shut up, man.
She probably did.
Maybe some banana pudding.
That was for dessert.
Speaking of that, Young Dro.
Oh boy, I saw this and
Speaking of banana
I
pudding.
saw this and I was like, nah, this is
Oh, yeah.
There's
Powerful
niggatry, this shit.
niggatry at work, yeah.
Young Dro. He is currently behind bars.
On a $41,000.
No.
Oh.
This is what happened.
Oh, wow.
Young Dro got arrested because he got into a domestic dispute with his girlfriend.
That sucks.
And they got to the point where arguing just wasn't enough. And fist fighting just was too far.
Nah.
But they were in the middle of a meal, so they started to throw food at each other. But they weren't just throwing food, they were throwing the plates too.
Oh, shit.
And it just so happened he picked up a plate that had banana pudding. And he threw it at him.
So you get the pudding in the fucking plate.
Oh, nah.
Walk right into that.
Nasty mother.
Put some quailers in the plate, put it in, and you just throw it at the bitch, and then she goes to sleep, and then
Then you just stick it in the pudding.
See, I was just gonna ask the innocent question, like, does it have the wafers in it? That's all I was gonna ask. That was it. You gotta go take it to the fucking...
I'm so intrigued.
I just saw banana
I'm
pudding.
so intrigued at weaponizing banana pudding. They turned banana pudding into a weapon.
Yeah, he must
I've heard of sex as a weapon,
That's
but
just
banana pudding
wild.
as a weapon. That's a new level of niggatry.
You know how angry you had to be to just pick up the banana pudding and just throw it
Because
at her.
banana pudding's something that I would. That's the last thing. Just how
Seriously,
it tastes alone.
it ain't gonna do shit and it tastes
Nah,
good. So why you gonna fuck it
damn
up?
the fact it won't do nothing. I'm just not gonna waste good taste.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On anger.
It's for me. It's both of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's both.
Well, it gets better. So, the police arrived because of that.
Huh.
Then they checked the identification and realized Dro was $41,000 behind on his child support.
You going to jail now?
Yeah, and that's what.
Shit.
And it wasn't what's fucked up is it wasn't even with the girlfriend. It was with his baby mama from a previous relationship.
Oh, fuck.
So you need the condoms, people. Trojan condoms.
So as a result,
Use
he's
those.
actually at this moment still in jail, and he needs $10,000 to be released.
Let's get a GoFundMe going.
Oh, come on, T.I. Help your brother out.
Which
Shit.
leads me to a question:
Another one?
what would be your go-to in a food fight?
None. That's a
It
waste
depends.
of food. I would
No. It seriously depends. Am I trying to kill somebody? Or just
Okay, well,
injure them?
I'm gonna take you back to third grade.
Or
Okay.
oh, okay,
Third grade, I peeled open an orange. So that way it still did the damage.
True.
But there was a little splurt. So in case it hit you in the eye, it was a double whammy because it hurt. But now you can't see because the citrus is in your eyes.
I get you.
So
that makes sense.
I'm more inclined to go with fruit rather than the dessert. Because the dessert, you just gonna be mad, but then you're gonna lick and be like, dessert. The fuck did I just do? Besides, wait, now you have my dessert. I just wasted that.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta go through some shit that has a little bit of weight and some torque when you throw it, but at the same time has enough juice to cause a little bit extra damage.
I'll throw the cornbread because I don't like cornbread, so I'll just throw
What?
it.
Oh, nah, you
Oh, you wildin'.
I sure am.
Nah.
You wildin'.
I sure am.
No. Cornbread?
I don't like cornbread.
You fucking up.
If you go back to the past episodes, I talk about it.
Ain't no need to go back to it.
I said it now.
It ain't about whether I like it
I just don't
or
like it.
not. I'm throwing the mashed potatoes, dog. You can ball them things up like a snowball.
Slide that
and
some
shit.
bitch sideways. Stick it straight up. Yo, candy.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, and then it splatters too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It leaves that mess that you want.
I will say if
saying.
you facing like enemy,
Throw the whole table.
nah, you gotta go with the pineapple.
Oh yeah,
The whole
you
pineapple.
You read my mind.
Yeah.
you read my fucking
But you
mind,
hide
bro.
the sweet potato pie. Never throw the sweet potato pie.
you never throw sweet potato pie.
Never. Because if you do that, you're a fucking monster.
You just don't do desserts in general. Like,
You're some,
Wrong with your entire genetic makeup.
You gotta go
Yeah.
to hell.
Yeah.
Not jail, but hell. If you throw
you
a
just
sweet potato
don't,
pie.
definitely.
You just don't throw desserts in general. Like,
Something
look,
you do.
everybody knows my love for cheesecake.
I mean, pumpkin pie. Fuck it.
No, that's not sweet potato pie. So yeah,
That's
fuck it.
that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
see, I wouldn't be in the vicinity of pumpkin pie. So that to me, it don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
But everybody knows my love for cheesecake. If I got into it, this is how much I love cheesecake. If I got into it with somebody else and I had to choose between the cheesecake and Larissa, I would throw Larissa.
Damn.
Larissa would become my weapon.
Also,
I would not throw the cheesecake.
Don't throw the macaroni and cheese either.
Never.
It depends.
No.
Does
Wait
it have raisins?
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Raisins.
If it has raisins, I'm throwing that shit. I don't give a
And
fuck.
which of your
Might
aunts
not even
made
be a
it?
food fight.
Which one of my aunts? My mom made it. She has the best macaroni.
But what I'm saying is when you know, they have this situation at the cookouts when you get together with family. And you got 2 or 3 aunts that they've been competing with each other since jumping jacks. There's going to be a potato salad that's worthy of being thrown on a motherfucker.
I didn't say potato salad. I said
Mac and cheese,
mac and
dog.
Mac and cheese and potato salad. One either or. There's gonna be 3 women that bring their own, and one of them's gonna be worthy of throwing on a motherfucker.
You
Man,
throw
seriously.
the fucking the
throw the
grocery
one that
store
sucks.
the grocery store ones because shit.
Yeah, but nobody brings the fucking grocery store shit,
yeah.
man.
Hey, we do.
I mean, if you're in a pinch, I get it, but still, like,
I mean, anything that's store manufactured, you
yeah,
throw.
that's
Like,
automatic.
what I meant.
I can just go to the store and go pick that
Yeah.
shit up. Ain't a big
Exactly.
deal.
So
Yeah.
that's
But I'm talking
the go-to.
about the families that don't do that, and they got those 3 or 4 aunts that always
Listen, man, this
compete
is-
with each other.
this is
so they
what
got
I
the
do.
same dishes.
I'll go to the weakest one.
That's what I'm saying.
And start
One of them
throwing
is bound
this
to be
shit.
the weapon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of them is
yeah.
easily the weapon in that
But
scenario.
at the end of the day, you don't touch the mac and cheese.
No.
But yeah, young Joe, don't touch that banana pudding. Your ass be locked up.
And don't drop the soap.
Don't drop the
And don't drop the
drop
soap
the
either.
banana pudding.
And don't drop the banana pudding because Cosby gonna be waiting for you. Say, oh, you got the pudding. Pop.
And it will be a pop.
Ugh. Anyway.
Speaking of police, on a much more
It was like the silence against like.
on a much more interesting note, where it's I could see it. It don't shock me.
Yep.
The New York Times released a report saying that while the police department, well, the LAPD, was praising Nipsey and mourning, behind the scenes, they have been conducting an investigation on the man and his business dealings. That is actually still going right now, according to the report.
That's not something because it made millions of
Not
dollars
surprising.
now. It made millions of dollars after his death.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna be watching that.
Yeah.
Clearly. At the end of the day, you still
Seriously.
a neck off.
So what they're looking for is reportedly, because
Allegedly.
LAPD has come out and said no, that's not the case. But there's something that happened called COINTELPRO with the FBI, and yeah, we kind of seen how that's taken effect over the years.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not necessarily. We'll just say again, like Busby said, allegedly. They've denied it, but the report is stating that they've been watching not only Nipsey, but his business dealings along with his business partners to see if the plaza that he bought out
was legal.
and whether it was a front for gang activity.
Oh man.
See,
It's not surprising.
it's not surprising at all, and it makes some sense in the matter of because I actually placed an order through the Marathon store, and it's been on hold. They said for about 2 months. That's how far back they're behind.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that actually makes a lot of sense now because now they're probably going through every single transaction, making sure every fucking thing is
Yeah.
A1. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, damn, that's fucked up.
It is.
It's fucked up, man.
Again, it was one of those things where I read it and I was like, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't shocked. It was just, yeah.
That's the
I can
police.
see that. You praise them and then behind the scenes you're trying to make
Talking
sure
shit
that
about his
yeah.
Trash, dude.
So, in light of all this, Lauren took some action on behalf of Cross and she went ahead and filed for official legal guardianship. Now, granted, it's already his mother, so you know,
just on some just in case.
Yeah, it didn't need to be done, but Cross was owed the $1 million inheritance. Mm-hmm. So in order to get that, she had to make sure that everything is in writing and legal, so that way he could receive it. And in order to make sure that Imani wasn't getting fucked over, she listed Imani as Cross's sibling. So that way, anything, God forbid, anything that happened, like it's all there.
Yeah.
A family representative said that she's obviously, and rightfully so, she doesn't need to disclose every single detail about this information publicly. Like, all you need to know is she's taking steps that, you know, I saw that as, that's just a reflection of their relationship. Yeah. Where it wasn't just nip, you know, with all the game, you know. Clearly she brought value as much as he did. Yeah. And for sure. It shows in this section too. So I just hope that on behalf of Cross and Imani, that none of their inheritance gets fucked up over some bullshit that
seriously
shouldn't be fucked with.
They'll figure it out. Yeah. They always do. Other news. El Chapo got life in prison plus 30.
What does that even mean?
When you die, you get to go to jail too again for 30 years.
They put your coffin in a fucking jail cell and shit.
I mean,
fucking ridiculous.
He's gonna get out either way.
I was gonna say, what's the Vegas over under for how long it's gonna take for him to get out? Because I'm ready to play some.
He's already staging.
Put some money on that.
Once I found out about this whole shit, I told my uncle, I was like, "How long do you think he's gonna be? You know, till he's out?" And he didn't know what I was talking about. He's like, "What? What are you talking about? El Chapo?" And then he goes, "Oh, how long did they sentence him? I'm on life." And then he goes, give him about 2 years. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's actually what I was thinking.
He has to build the fucking Underground Railroad mansion.
Oh, you know that. Cam, you know that shit's already been.
As soon as he got locked up, dude. You know,
like, it's already there. Yeah. I just don't get just why keep escaping, because they're going to catch you eventually and they're going to bring you back and you escape again. You keep doing that for all your life.
Y'all thought Bad Boys 2 was some master engineering to get through from the underground. Shit.
Yeah, come on, man.
He's ordered to pay $12.6 billion in what? Just period?
Forfeiture of all assets.
Forfeiture of all his money, basically.
Damn.
But see, that's the money that they got in the books.
Yeah. That's not the money that's, in his mom or, his relatives. And
he's still powerful at the end of the day. Like, you think jail's gonna stop me? I'm still gonna get you. Period.
That's the other thing too, man. I mean, yeah, he's locked up. Yeah, it's gonna take time for him to get out because he will.
He's still powerful,
but he still has the power, bro. He's calling shots. He's still calling shots.
Grade A menudo.
Shit.
Whenever he wants it.
No matter
the freshest of tortillas.
Grade A.
Flan.
He gonna be out.
Step up a finger, just flan.
Speaking of which,
his jail cell might be fucking
get home because I got some flan sitting in the fucking in the fridge right now. Shit,
give me a hell yeah!
That nigga's just chilling. He probably has like a nice above. It's like the regular jail cell, but when you go underground, it's like all luxury and shit, bitches around, nice ass food, like Goodfellas. Yep. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, take K. I mean, I don't say about this. This nigga is gonna get locked up forever.
The run.
Huh?
The run. It's over.
Yeah, that's
shit.
I mean, I don't say. Shit, killed the nigga. The end. Anyway, whole asses.
Damn.
So what else you want us to say? Anyway, whole ass.
I just thought it was funny how he showed up with glasses.
Why do niggas always do that?
I was gonna fix the situation at hand.
You want to send a guy in jail in glasses? Judge looking at him like, nigga,
where the fuck did you wear glasses?
Give me life?
Yeah.
Look at my glasses.
Yeah.
Well, that's 4. Okay, 4 eyes. That's 4 or 5 years to life. Shit.
Nigga gave him a fucking 25 for every eye that he had in this movie. Right. Because what, he's facing 5 to 99 years?
So that's 5. So that's 5 years an eye.
Actually,
no.
Yeah, 25 for each eye.
No. 5 years an eye. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Now add them up. Like, I gotta do algebra to get the fucking sentence.
Nigga, this is Schoolhouse Rock, homie. Anyway, 4 or 5. See, ASAP Rocky's still locked up in Sweden. I mean, I thought he'd be out by now, but I guess not. So y'all were joking, saying, "Hey, Kim Kardashian needs to try to get ASAP out of jail." So You said it, didn't you call it? Yeah.
I didn't say it.
You said
I didn't say it.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I did.
Yes, that's the reason why I put it in the group chat.
I said
like,
it'd be some
you
funny
ask and
shit.
you shall receive.
I know. I said it'll be some funny ass shit.
Yeah, that was you.
Okay.
No. This is what I
you.
said. This is what I said. People on Twitter were going like,
I'm like, wait.
No,
what?
listen.
I didn't say shit.
No, it wasn't you. My mistake. My mistake. It was on Twitter where people said, someone on Twitter flat out said, yeah, Kim K should try to get ASAP out of jail. No, there'd be some funny ass shit if she actually. You say this. There'd be some funny ass shit if she actually goes and does it. Well, she did.
Well, she's trying.
Well, she, her husband Kanye called up 45. No, actually, it was Melania. I guess Kanye called up Melania or whatever and talked about it, and 4-5 just coming head over heels by saying some racist shit already, telling the congresswoman to go back to where she came from. And yeah, he's saying he went on Twitter and said, I don't know what he said. I'm gonna use his voice. I went on Twitter and saw
Rocky.
A$AP
I like him. Very swaggy, very jiggy.
Flacco.
Yeah.
And I talked to, he actually spelled A$AP Rocky with the $sign on the tweet.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Made sure of that.
Blew my mind.
And he added Kanye.
Like, damn. He knows.
He's down with us. I'm gonna vote for him.
Shit.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't believe you said that out loud.
That's what I'm talking to the people.
I still can't believe you said that out loud.
There's a bunch of Rileys.
Don't
in this
ever
world.
say that out loud.
Now, don't get confused. I will say that while I will be voting on the opposite end of the spectrum, as it looks and pertains right now, he's pretty much.
Shut the fuck up.
He's
Shut the fuck up.
Spoilers.
Shut your ass up on that. Anyway, yeah, he's saying he's talking to the Sweden government, and they're saying they're gonna find ways to try to take action to get him out. And yeah.
But see, notice how Busby is saying that, and when I kept trying to explain to him, about Kim Kardashian.
No.
Martin, what have I been saying? Where it's like, he's always said, you just got to become a time where you got to give her respect.
Oh, you do. You still have to with this shit. This was Kanye. Kanye was the one that made the call.
Right, but I was also saying, there's a certain way that people feel about her and her presence that it just isn't matching up. Now here's another nigga that 45 has. Hey,
everyone came out.
If you want to talk facts, you want to talk
but
facts.
Everyone, here's the thing, but this is the facts. When I looked on Twitter, people were saying Kim should try to get fucking A$AP out of jail. I remember seeing that shit, and she's doing it. They just don't like the person who's doing it, and that's the sad truth about it. Because if it was Jay-Z that was doing it, yeah. But since it's them, it's like no, stay in jail until my real dad picks me up. No, I don't want to get released. No, leave me in here. Oh man, God has a sense of humor. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm just whatever. I was like, whatever. Anyway, did y'all try that FaceApp shit? I did.
No.
I looked old as fuck and deleted that shit.
That shit looks sketch from the jump.
Man, that shit looked too accurate. I looked at myself. I was looking like one big ugh.
I'm like, I already know what I'm gonna look like when I get old. I've seen my dad,
Yeah, I have an idea. Like
Rossi looked rough.
Y'all seen my grandpa?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Rossi too. Rossi went viral.
It's viral.
Shit.
His story about when he got his girlfriend, the puppy.
He's trying to get on Ellen.
Shit went on ABC. I was like, oh shit, I know that nigga. I think we owe each other hands for something. Spoiler.
Yeah. Nah, but seriously, like that shit, and everyone was using that app. Everyone was looking old as fuck or young as fuck, depending on who used it, until people started reading the fine print, and it said like, "Oh yeah, this is made in Russia, and they get all your info." And everyone's like, "Oh no!"
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
I'm looking at it like
folks
this.
Is gonna learn.
No, I'm looking at it as this because Facebook already has all your info. Twitter has already all your info. A lot of these apps that we use right now, they already have our info right now. So it's kind of just like, well, shit.
You know what the difference is in that, though? It's American.
That
I don't know
part.
what the fuck the Russians is doing with my shit.
Seriously.
And you want to talk about... And you want to talk about...
Made in China,
it ain't even just...
There's some apps made in China,
It's not
too.
even the fact that they just have access to your stuff. It's the fact that they can monetize it, and you won't get a dime for it.
That's the same with these apps.
Fucked up.
That's the same with these apps, too. I'm looking at it like I'm like whatever about it because first that shit looked too damn scary. It was too accurate, too scary. I looked rough, so I got to start working out a bit more so I can look young. So
I did not want to see myself as a woman. I definitely did not want to see myself as old. So
yeah, no, cool.
And I'm not saying that to be like, I'm on the outlier. I'm different than you. No, I genuinely did. People just gotta stop being so quick to rush to these damn
to be part of the fad.
Yeah.
Part of the.
You don't gotta be involved with every cover. I'm not talking to you, but I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I know.
You don't gotta be involved with every single damn fad and trend that happens. Mm-hmm. It's okay to skip out a couple.
Right.
They're like parties in college. You know they're always gonna be there. Handle what you gotta handle first.
Literally.
That's very true.
Why don't you create the fad?
Yeah. Stay at home. Watch Netflix and chill. That's a fad. I mean,
we've talked about this off air. There will literally be times where I'm like, okay, let me put this on Instagram story. Then I realize what I'm about to put up. It's just me eating a fucking Subway sandwich. I'm like, who the fuck
taking
cares?
a picture of the sandwich or the plate you have or what you do. Like, some people just want to be noticed.
Like, there's a difference. When Larissa makes me food, I put that up because it's like, look at my baby and look what she did. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but a fucking Subway sandwich, who the fuck cares?
Or some niggas gonna be like, who the fuck cares about your chick making your plate? It'll be like, it's just like separate ways. It's like people just post shit and it's just like we keep talking about all the time. They post everything that they do. We're getting to the point now, I said it before, it'll be some Black Mirror shit when people put the shit in their eye and just record it on their eye and just upload it to their IG story. That's what we're getting at.
It could happen.
Hey, man.
It will happen.
I can't wait to see the first one that goes on Twitter in regards to city boys versus city girls.
Shit.
Oh my god, everybody needs to kill that shit.
I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, fucking cuffing season's gonna be on the way, and that shit's gonna be right out the fucking window.
A lot of seasons is on their way. Niggas gonna stop looking at me fucking sideways because hoodie season's officially gonna be back, and I'm gonna be like, look, I'm hoodie cold. This hoodie season 365, 24/7, motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't wait for hoodie season to come back when it's cold. I like the cold. I don't like the heat.
You know, if you jog early enough, it'll still be hoodie season.
Really?
That's very true.
If you go outside and just be active for 30 minutes.
It's cold, man.
Yeah, it's fucking freezing.
Yeah.
I've gone out and done some grocery shopping in the morning.
Oh, it's cold as fuck.
And I'm like, all right, let me start by that. Oh, shit. And then motherfuckers be looking at me sideways when I'm in Target with the hoodie on. Like, why you got? I'm like, I gotta be up and down this fucking frozen food section all goddamn day, bro. I'm not getting no fucking frozen food with no hoodie on.
I start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, dog. It's cold as shit.
Mine varies depending on when it's early morning. Yeah, it'd be cold as shit. Like that dude from fucking Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood. Love that damn movie. Fuck the sequel. Ugh. Finally, did you watch it?
No, but even then,
hear it.
I can tell by the sound of your voice.
Bringing Emmett Till. I'll never forget that.
It sounds like the only thing worse they could have done was add Beyonce.
That's you. That's on you to say that. That's on you.
I'm just saying how you present
we're like 300. You remember the end of 300 when old boys had his arms out when all the arrows are coming? That's us when the whole beehive is coming. Like toys, like Toy Story 3, we look at each other and hold each other's hands. Like,
and I'll say
that. I'll just be like,
look, I'll say this.
Cool.
The logical part of Beehive, they cool with me.
Same here.
The illogical bitches, fuck them.
They're like the Barbs. I don't know who's worse, the Barbs or the Beehive. They literally look at Beyonce like a fucking god.
You know, I'll say this.
Yes.
Anytime you're a fan base or a stan base, whatever you want to call it, anytime that you actually have reason, like there's actually reasons to brag out, and you're not just going off of hypotheticals, I give more leeway to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I hate the Warriors, but the motherfuckers did win 3 in 5 years, so you can't take nothing away from them.
Right.
The Barbs are still talking about that Monsterverse.
Like, come on, man.
They're talking about a bunch of banners.
Yeah,
all her cells and shit. They talk about a whole bunch of banners.
It's like the
one banner.
No.
I'm talking about all her cells.
One,
and if it was sports, it'd be a divisional title.
Shit, yeah.
Wouldn't even be a championship. It's like,
album.
I won the division.
That's a feature. That's just a feature.
Yeah. I won the division this year.
The Barbs are literally just like Nicki. Just they don't buy her shit.
It's like the Colts when they put up that banner.
Oh,
what banner?
Man.
Just look it up.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll look at it later.
Yeah. You don't got to do it now, but you can look it up later, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
I think I remember it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But but Beehive, They at a long time, like they were cool for a minute because Beyonce backed up all the shit she was doing, and they backed up her shit, but they literally look at her like she. When did this happen? When they looked at her like a god? Like when did this happen?
I don't know, but I mean, when you can move like that on stage for 2.5 fucking hours, you have a right
kinda,
to look at her that way.
That is kind of godly.
And I will say this about the Beehive this weekend. Again, I haven't seen much of them, so
because they knew better.
Yeah,
they knew the truth.
I feel like if Nicki was Nala, it would have been a different story.
And they will call out
Barbs.
Shit,
the Barbs would have said it was her.
Oh fuck!
They would have called it the greatest movie of all time. And,
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that hate it, you just hate women.
Yeah.
Speaking of Beyonce, what's his name? Oliver. What's his name? Old boy from fucking whatever. He was on the Tonight Show or whatever, and he was asking about that picture the whole cast took together. Mm-hmm. They talked about Beyonce. Oh yeah, Beyonce wasn't there. They photoshopped her there. I was like, they were telling me like, oh, watch your step, and I'm like, let me watch your step. And he looks down, there's a tape right there that just says Beyonce. I'm like, damn, she had no time to show up to the fucking photo shoot to meet the cast. The only time they saw her was at the premiere, and that was it.
Wrote it in.
I'm like, dude, you just listed everything that she was doing at that time.
No, I'm talking about when the movie's coming out. Everything's
How do you know
done
that
now.
they didn't do the fucking photo shoot like a while back?
Man, the soundtrack was.
I wonder if that had something. I wonder if
like,
that has something to do with the actual
that's a possibility.
too. You know what I mean? Just
because
even when it's anime, you're doing voiceovers.
Donald Glover did
chemistry.
say. Donald Glover said he recorded his verses like after he did Star Wars. He recorded the voice and he recorded "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" separate from Beyonce.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like. See, that's something where
you can kind of tell.
Yeah,
like,
it's chemistry. Even if you're not recording at the same time, just be in the same room.
Because Timon and Pumbaa, Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner, they were together.
Yeah.
Same with and Simba, they were all like, and Donald Glover, they were all together. That's how they got the chemistry down and shit like that. Yeah, now that I think about it, that adds even more, man. Shit. They got Lupita, man. You should have used Lupita, yeah.
Yeah.
You should have used Lupita, man.
That's alright. Well, speaking of women who say that you hate women, if you're a fan of Tyreek Hill, expect to be told that you hate women by women. Because I know them motherfucking fantasy owners that had them, boy.
Oh, they were pissed.
No.
They were happy.
They were,
Give me what I want!
this weekend, because it's draft time now.
Yeah, boy.
You know he's in the top 5.
Shit.
Easy.
Hopefully he doesn't get injured.
Yeah, so... Yeah, the NFL's decided they're not going to suspend him after the recordings came out. I felt in the middle with it. Even though the whole recording played out that she may, in all intents and purposes, lied on him. Mm-hmm. There's just still a little bit of...
shit that he said.
Yeah, you should fear me too, bitch. Where I'm like, that still doesn't... Even if you didn't do something, that still just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah, I get you.
And the way he said, because he's probably just fed up of her, and he just wanted to say it.
Right, now I can understand it, but yet and still, it's like, you ultimately have the power to remove yourself from that situation, not deal with it.
And he stayed with her.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So, from that aspect, I would have understood a game or two, suspension-wise, just for the comments, because the comments itself, like, that's still putting a stain on the shield. Mm-hmm. And we know how the NFL is. They always say, no man is bigger than the shield.
Right.
Yeah.
So just those comments, it doesn't sit right.
I think this way, it was damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, but the overall picture, now that it's been revealed, I'm like...
It's just ugly. Ugh.
Yeah. Like, I'm looking at him now like, your name better not be in shit from going forward.
Yeah.
Because if your name
on
is
the field and that's it.
Because who's Reuben Foster? Because if you end up like Reuben Foster one more time, where your name is in the fucking media with the same woman,
Sorry to bring that.
There's
up.
no sympathy going on.
Yeah, nah.
I'm glad he's off the team.
Damn, that fool got hurt again already.
Damn, man.
Hey, your favorite player of all time.
Don't do that.
I know.
I'll shoot your ass. Don't do that.
Consider yourself shot.
Aaron, Busby's gone right now because he had the nerve to say that Dwight Band 12 is my favorite player of all time. So remember
I'll contact the Russians and have them make that murder happen.
Shit. Grab me in the van and shit. Yeah, anyway, Band 12, well, Dwight Howard was on FS1 Fair Game. I saw this, and he just said, I'm not gay. And I'm just like... Okay, I'm gonna let JC take a hell of this. I wanted JC to go on a whole rant because he really does not like Dwight Howard, and I wanted him to do it last week. But
just
now,
the idea this man went on national TV just to say, I'm not gay. It's like, who the fuck cares?
Seriously, man.
Who cares?
Yeah, you're gay.
Like, you could have said this shit. This shit could have came out like when he, that whole video and everything came out.
And I'm saying it as the person that added the details of this on the actual rundown. Mm-hmm. I didn't care, but it was his explanation why. Where it was like, all right, hold up, there's a story here. Like, let's rewind. His reasoning for doing it was because he got so upset and mad at the story that got created that he just wanted to go away, and he didn't want to deal with it then. But even then, I would have been like, why is this important? Because I would have had fun with it. Like,
well, everyone's not built like you.
That's true.
And you already know what Kobe called him.
Some people are sensitive.
Like, Kobe called him soft.
You know this dude is soft.
Yeah, it's just at some point you would just hope you
S-A-W-F-T.
just get some nuts.
Soft?
Like, you would just hope. But even then, it's like, even if you weren't taking it like a laughing matter, at least still have some common sense to just come out and be like, nah, it didn't happen. And then that's it.
Doesn't he have like multiple baby mamas?
Yeah, you can't trust a motherfucker to lead your team with at least 8 baby mamas.
Shit.
You just can't.
Nah.
He's got 11 kids by 8.
Well,
that was the last time I checked into him, and I haven't cared about checking into him over the last few years. I got shocked when I was like, oh, wait, he's with the Wizards this year? I didn't know that.
He's with the Wizards now?
Oh, shit.
No, he's a free agent now.
Oh, well.
He went to Wizards no more.
Well, he's about to do commentary on FS1 soon.
Yeah. You're going to stick him with Fatlock. That's a show I'm definitely avoiding if that's the case.
Seriously.
So they did that, and then what was even more funny was, of course, Kobe became the topic.
Oh, Mamba.
And then when he was explaining, I didn't understand what Kobe was doing. He just never played with somebody like me that wanted to have fun. And then he called me soft, and then I hated him.
I thought
years later, I understood it, and I got it. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
It's the same motherfucker that behind the scenes was trying to get Kobe amnestied.
You a hoe ass.
And then he never played with somebody who always wanted to have fun. Shaq?
Lamar?
Lamar?
Lamar was eating candy. When motherfuckers were supposed to be dieting.
How does this work?
Yeah. Like, you mean it? Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
And the funniest part about this is when you were scared that the Lakers were going to get desperate, reports came out that, when he was getting wind of everyone going to LA, or preferably the Lakers, he wanted to come back. And he wanted to come back to the Lakers, and the Lakers just said, hell no.
I was glad. Mm-hmm. But I didn't put it, here's my thing though. I wasn't still putting it past the Lakers, only because they did it because they fulfilled the need at center.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I felt good about it. Because if there was still a need at center, I have a feeling that conversation would have went differently.
When the report said he burned so many bridges over there, they learned their lesson. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, like,
so go on your out. So why?
There is no rant.
Why do you hate that nigga?
I just said he tried to have Kobe amnesty. That's it. And he showed up and just was disinterested. See, he showed disinterested after the fact when he, for those who don't know, he was traded to the Lakers during an injury. Mm-hmm. Martin knows.
Yep.
My stance on it, I said he might as well wait until January to come back. That's fine. He decided he wanted to come in 5 games into the season. I'm like, all right, well, you're here, so let's play. And he seemed to want to make every single excuse as to why he did not gel and did not mesh. And then it got to the point where Kobe was getting fed up. It got so bad. This was before, Kobe and Shaq had officially were mending shit in public. Mm-hmm. It got so bad to the point that Shaq was calling one of the games and Kobe sent for him to come back to the locker room. And Kobe just looked at him and was like, I didn't appreciate you when you were here. My bad. Because I'm playing with this motherfucker right now. And I did not fully appreciate you when you were here. So my bad. That's how bad it got.
I remember those years. Yep. I remember them, and they tried to. And Kobe tried to make it work, but that nigga kept pissing him off. And then when it got to that point when they were on separate teams the season after, and Kobe just looked him down and shook his head and said, "Soft." I remember that.
See, I remember a lot of motherfuckers that said, "Oh, see, that's too bad. You should have chose Dwight over Kobe." And then in retrospect,
who said that?
Who said
that?
Let's not
this
start.
was coming out.
Let's not start. I don't need. Let's not start. I just do not want to go back to that time frame. I will shoot you.
I'm just asking questions.
Do you want to die?
Don't take me back to that dark place. I'm in a happy place now.
I'm surrounded by Lakers. That part from Trapped in the Front Art when everyone pointed the guns at R. Kelly. That's me. Like, whoa! Just ask the question.
I'm in a happy place right now.
They really said that?
Yeah. But then in retrospect, when I look back at it, like since Dwight left the Lakers, he's been on 5 different teams in a span of 7 years.
He was on the Rockets. Who else was he on?
The Hawks, the Hornets, the Wizards, and I guess if you count the Lakers that year, I guess that was the year I was counting. So 5 teams.
That's sad.
And if you want to push it to Orlando, that's 6 teams or 8 years. 7 years still, but if you count the previous year.
Yeah.
See, that's sad because on 2K he's raw as fuck.
Oh he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, he's three-time Defensive Player of the Year.
But he's a whole ass bitch. Even after by looking at him, he's a bitch. Like how he talks.
And I wouldn't even call him a bitch because he wants to have fun. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But
trying to force the Lakers to get rid of their franchise.
That part, bro.
That's just the franchise.
Like,
literally the face of the Lakers.
Seriously.
So you could be the face.
Dog.
You trying to if you would have, man. I'm not even a Laker fan like that. It's just the principle of that. Like, who the fuck is you?
It's like you don't try to snake Kobe.
Who
He's the Black Mamba.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where Nas comes into play right there.
Like, fuck out of here.
Nah, yeah. So as far as you reap what you sow. Like that's
what you get.
That's how I look at it.
So I don't know what he's probably not. I don't think.
He's the first one to become a victim from Damian Lillard. Paul George is just the recent one. Dwight Howard was the first one.
And now fucking
that was that series walk off.
Shit, Carmelo still don't got a team. I know it had nothing to do, but Carmelo still doesn't have a team.
Yeah. But he got Lala back, man. Lala was talking all that shit
and went right back to him.
Yeah.
But he don't got a team. Yeah. So he better start looking at the commentary.
He got that money though.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
Got the option for the big 3.
Huh.
Damn.
Is he that old already?
No, he's not.
Like, does he meet the age limits?
You're 16. You're 17 now.
Shit.
I mean, it's the same draft class as Wade and LeBron. LeBron's like the only one.
What were the
top
options
42
he had?
picks?
What were the options he had? Either the Knicks or what was the other team?
Oh, that year?
Yeah.
He had the Knicks, he had the Bulls, and he had the Lakers. I was not mad when he didn't choose the Lakers.
No. I think you're talking about.
No, we're talking about the 2014 free agency.
Yeah, when he went to the Knicks.
I was not mad when he went
to the Knicks.
Yeah.
No, when he stayed with the Knicks.
I'm talking about before that. Even before.
Miami.
No, he got traded.
Oh, okay, he got traded to the Knicks.
He was on that contract.
Yeah.
But when 2014 was he had his chance.
Right. Yeah.
Rose was still relatively, even though he's coming off the injuries, he was still Rose. Jimmy Butler was just elevating.
He would have been perfect.
Joakim Noah was pre-injury.
Yeah.
All you do was just add Melo. That's all.
But he wanted to stay with the Knicks.
And I'm not mad at him for staying because he chose the money. That's cool. But just don't
look what the consequences happen.
Don't shit in the bowl and tell me that it's chocolate pudding. Just don't do that.
That might be banana pudding.
Yeah, like
oh god.
No, but it's just
don't piss in it and call it banana pudding.
I'm just saying because I remember when I look at when you go to the All-Star games, you see Kobe, all the patches, the fucking All-Star, the what's it called? Finals MVP, NBA Finals, all that shit. You see LeBron, same shit. All the other players, same shit. You look at Melo.
It's one patch. It's the All-Star patch. Well deserved, but
that's sad. You gotta go Melo though.
Got 3 of them.
Yeah, you got a few of them. Shit.
That's it.
Yep, that's about it.
Wait, does he have 3?
I think he does.
He has a bronze.
8,
I think
12. Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
he's got a bronze. Yeah, he's like the only one. Like, when it comes to like he's lucky that the Hall of Fame is not NBA. It's just basketball in general.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, because a lot of people are questioning, like, is he even a first ballot? And I'm like, well, yeah, because of what he did overseas.
Syracuse, and then overseas.
They count all of it.
Yeah, not just the NBA.
Right.
Damn, that's sad. Oh well.
He got his money, man. He got his girl. What more? Like, come on, man.
You picked the money instead of the rings.
Quits, man. Shit.
Just go to the Big 3 commentary.
Did you see Ricky Davis get his ass crossed up?
Yep, I saw that shit.
What?
Oh, that shit was ugly. I forgot who did it too, but that motherfucker got crossed up and hit the ground.
Shit.
The Big 3. I love the Big 3.
You know what I like? Making the Band 2. When Diddy took over that shit, by far the most funny. It was the most entertaining shit on television. Before BET, before VH1, there was MTV, and there was Making the Band 2 with Diddy with the band. When Freddie and what's his name? Who's the nigga that fought him?
Ness.
When that episode's gonna air, it was like I had to rush home to watch it. Like, I couldn't believe this. Next, we gonna watch this shit. Man,
that was just a moment you just.
It was a moment
you just wish Twitter was around for that.
That is powerful niggardry.
Diddy playing a babysitter to them niggas, stopping what I felt bad for him because he literally had to stop what he was doing and go to the house and babysit them niggas.
Yep.
Good times.
And you had the top 5 MCs of all time.
Yeah.
Dylon. He spits hot fire. Had Wyclef Jean come in there and said, you either make this song or not make this song. You're too close, man. Oh, shit. So Diddy, and then, he did the one with the girl groups and shit with Danity Kane. That had drama, too. But Diddy was like, you know what? I had conversations with people and they convinced me I'm going to bring the shit back. So Making the Band's coming back with Diddy.
I don't know if I want the rappers or the singers. Because hear me out. Yeah. Hear me out. The rappers, you for sure going to get some physical contact.
You get fuckery.
Yeah. But the singers, the motherfuckers going to be singing ballads at each other in battles.
He had battles. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Singing like from there.
Cats was singing till the end of the road against each other in a paddock on.
With tank tops.
Yeah.
Like they were about to do some 8 Mile shit.
But so I don't know which one I want. But then I started thinking about it too, where I was like,
band, bro.
But wait, the nostalgia of it was the fact that, he could take certain things away from you. You can't take a studio away from somebody in this digital age. Not with the DAWs going on these days.
Shit,
Motherfuckers like, you taking the studio? I'm just going on my laptop and make a beat then, whatever.
Yup.
Yeah. Diddy
so it kind of takes away the, I don't know.
Diddy will find
I'm still going to tune in to watch,
but still take the shit away. Like they didn't get the computers, bro. They ain't got their hard drives or some shit. You know what I mean, man?
Now it's all everything's accessible.
You got the cloud now.
Hey, you right. You right. I mean, Madlib made a whole fucking.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
On his damn iPad.
You ain't gonna make these niggas walk to get some damn shit.
I mean, shit. Right. Steve Lacy making producing off the iPhone and shit.
You can DoorDash.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget when he made them niggas do that shit, and they agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Like
ain't no walking to juniors now. You just DoorDash
that shit. Call an Uber. I want y'all to see the lights of New York and all that, and I want you to walk and give me some cheesecake. And they were just like looking at us like, is he dead serious? And they're like, yeah, dude, I don't think as a man you should do that shit. And like, what the fuck did I just tell you?
Yeah.
You want this contract? Get your ass out there. And them niggas walked with the camera crew across the Brooklyn Bridge and got the cheesecake. Then walked over there and the shit closed.
Yep.
Then they got the cheesecake, walked their asses back there, and then he left. He's like, yeah, I wasn't hungry no more.
Dickhead. I'd probably do it though.
Yeah.
Like if a record contract's on the line like that, yeah, I'm probably gonna go get that cheesecake.
That's all I gotta do to get a record contract. Go get some cheesecake. I'm out. Bye.
I'm done. I'm out.
First of all, you ain't gotta tell me.
You ain't tell me.
Go to the cheesecake.
Well, yeah,
to get some cheese.
So let's go.
I need exercise anyway.
I'm gonna grab one for myself too. Shit.
You want to jog with me, Diddy? You can jog together.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get in the car and drive the car along me when I walk so we can talk? I'm good.
Yeah.
Cheesecake, shit.
Let's go.
With the camera crew?
Yeah.
Make that shit entertaining.
Niggas are too prideful, man.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do to get a record contract. Especially in today's day, I don't have to make a viral video doing stupid shit. I just gotta walk to get a cheesecake.
I'm there.
Nah.
That's all they
sign me up.
That's what I thought, but they needed a program because that would have been boring.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tune in. I just feel like
it's kind of
technology might work against him.
Diddy will find a way. He needs something to do.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. He just needs shit to do because he's so rich. He's so rich.
Like seriously,
go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Go to Starbucks.
Oh my god.
No, but Diddy's so rich.
Use your data, nigga.
Diddy's so rich. He has to make shit to do because he's already done everything. So it's like, what else can I do?
Right.
I make the band. Anyway, these niggas.
Bagel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, bagel guy. He went from getting his ass thrown down in the bagel shop to now he is. Boy, clout will do something to you, man.
He has 10 minutes of fame. That's what I'm calling this shit. This is 10
Women
minutes.
around throwing themselves at him now,
taking
that
pictures.
Shit ain't even fair.
Like now he's
you don't know. You don't know if they were just taking pictures.
That's all it takes for likes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know that.
Takes.
It like could have been more.
Yeah, they signed up. He signed to fight other viral quote unquote stars. I just looked at that and I was like, that's the epitome of white privilege because this motherfucker was abrasive.
Yeah,
calling downright nasty to motherfuckers, and now he has a career out.
He's short as fuck. Literally short.
He's 5 foot.
You could punt that nigga.
5 foot.
You could punt him. We're all taller than him. We can just push him around pretty much. Just like I was on some
put that nigga on the court on an 8 foot rim with me. I'm dunking on that nigga. It's a wrap.
Blocking all his shit.
Nigga turned into Shaq on that motherfucker.
We all will be Shaq compared. Man, you looking up at the Twin Towers, looking at the Monstars. Yeah. We are the Monstars.
Speaking of Twin Towers. Real. Half of the Twin Towers for the San Antonio Spurs is back with the Spurs.
Really?
Yeah, Tim Duncan's back and he will be assistant coaching.
Good for him.
Boo!
I wonder how that's going to work out.
Like that guy.
I wonder how that's going to work out if he's with the team when he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because in the same year, it's going to be him, Kobe, and KG.
That'd be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
I wonder how that's going to work out. Because isn't the Hall of Fame during the season? Or if it's is it right before?
Right before.
But he's going to be an assistant coach. He could leave.
Are you sure, though?
Yeah. Popovich loves that guy.
Are you sure? Because Pop said Kawhi could leave, and then he was talking shit about him after the fact.
Man.
And Kawhi won him a title, too, so,
that's a whole other story. Anyway.
I'm just saying.
They left that nigga.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But shouts out to him, shit. Hey.
Yeah. Boo.
Shout out to Eddie Murphy, though. Just... Netflix is pretty much telling him they're trying to negotiate a $70 million deal for him to do a stand-up on Netflix, and he said he's open to coming back for stand-up. And I watched the episode with Jerry Seinfeld driving in cars with comedians. Man, Eddie Murphy just still full of just stuff, and he talked about the shit about his beef with Bill Cosby, and he said the reason why he has beef with him was because he was the only one that was mean to him. Pretty much told him, tried to control his stand-up routine and how he shouldn't cuss. He's like he was just like a mean person. He's the only person that was like that with me.
Should have told him to stop using them Quaaludes.
Yeah, he was hella petty when them accusations came out. Yeah, the only time he came back on stage, I'm gonna be petty.
He Buddy Love laughed.
Oh yeah. No, what was fun? I remember I read this report from this writer that's on that the script was a screenwriter, and she said she tried to pitch Eddie Murphy this show that he wanted to do, a show that she wanted him to do, and all that. And he was like, "I don't do TV," and he's like, "Well, and she was trying to explain to him like, yeah, you could do what did she say? Like you got to come with the times because actors are doing that and all this other shit." He was like, "Man, I'm Eddie Murphy. I don't have to do shit." Stay home. Yeah. And she was like, well, that's a life bar. Yeah, that was Josh Waters. That was her name.
And she went home and she realized then and there.
Yeah, and then
some motherfuckers just got the juice.
No, she was just like, damn. He's right.
Yeah.
I'm Eddie Murphy. I don't have to do shit.
It is Eddie Murphy. He ain't gotta do shit.
I don't gotta do shit. I can stay at home and be Eddie Murphy.
All right.
And I can come back anytime I want. If they're gonna convince Eddie Murphy to come back, if he does do it, I hope the stand up is kinda like following him, like training to come back as a stand-up comedian. Like he's at the come up at the local improv spots, kind of practicing.
I could see that as like the intro kind of shit.
Like like a documentary.
Well, we know he's coming back with Coming to America too.
Yeah, that's true.
What's funny was they interviewed Arsenio Hall a while back. He said, "Oh, Coming to America 2 is going to be great. See, it's set up in Chicago, and we got the twins from Jussie Smollett."
Oh, shit.
Look at an asshole.
Spoiler!
There you go. Spoiler.
Yes, there's that. But I mean, I'm looking forward to whatever he does with Netflix.
I just hope if it's a stand-up, that'll be the most watched. That'll be the most anticipated stand-up in history. That'll be his first stand-up.
Imagine trying to fit back in that red suit.
Oh my!
He said his favorite.
That'd be hilarious.
He said out of Raw and Delirious, Delirious is his favorite one. No, not Delirious. Raw.
Yeah, I was gonna say Raw is the one with the red suit.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that was the first one.
Same shit. Same.
Speaking of red, YG, his home got searched.
Yeah.
In connection to a murder that happened while in his the car was registered to him or something.
Something like that.
But he wasn't around, so apparently there was a shootout with cops, and then a bystander got hit and was killed.
Yep.
So now because everything's registered to him, they're obviously investigating. Now, he wasn't at home at the time, but you just hope he's staying afloat and he's above it.
Yeah,
seriously.
That's all you can say.
Music. Dreamville announced that they're going to drop a deluxe version of Return of the Dreamers 3.
Yep.
Don't know when that's coming.
What the fuck?
I mean, I guess.
Might as well just drop the double disc and just...
Seriously.
Flood it.
Just drop everything all at once.
Yeah.
They make announcements and they don't follow through on like when they say.
Yeah, we'll get that deluxe next year.
Yeah. I just remember when they said
at this rate.
I remember when they were going to make that documentary like on the DVD for the whole tour for the 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Remember when all those specials leading up to the special on HBO? And then they said this was all for the DVD, and then the DVD never came out. I was like, oh shit! He promised us that fucking mixtape. That mixtape still hasn't came out.
Yeah.
The Fallout, or what is it called? Fall Off. That still hasn't came out. So
Well, he hasn't fallen off.
Not fall off. What was it?
It was the fall.
The re-up or some shit like that?
No, the off-season.
The off-season, yeah. He's supposed to give us that mixtape. That shit didn't happen. So, whatever. Kid Cudi announced some new releases. He has a new album. What's it called? Intergalactic?
Intergalactic.
And it's going to be a Netflix animated series. So, he got that Netflix
He's
bag.
working.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't like Savage Mode 1. I remember when we talked about it. 21 Savage?
Yeah, I don't like it much either.
Yeah.
Savage Mode. Which one was that?
Savage Mode. Savage Mode I was cool with. Wait, was that the album?
Yeah.
Or no, Issa was the album. What the hell was Savage Mode?
Savage Mode. Exactly. The one I told you about. I remember. I
don't think I listened to him at that time.
And we said we were just like, eh. We were just like, ugh.
But I wasn't big on 21 Savage at the time.
21 Savage, yeah, he was traveling. I remember it was the one with the heart.
I was gonna say though too, man, like
it was one
21 Savage, he's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Since then.
So I'm more eager this time around.
Yeah, we'll see. Scarface really did go into politics.
Yay!
Scarface went into counseling, yeah.
Yeah, they're both going in. That's counseling. That's
hard.
That is.
Hip hop can take it this far.
Like, sincerely, that's dope.
That is dope. Ah, man. Fucking Lion King. Still just thinking about that shit right now. They just came back into my mind right now. Like, you gave us that bullshit. How are you going to tell me Aladdin was better than that?
Oh, shit. Very easily.
Easy.
It was better.
Yeah. Just like that. See? Good job.
Huh?
Aladdin's better than that. Hey, man, you can't... Hey, look.
See? He did it.
Fam.
I know.
Will Smith was in one movie and Beyonce was in the other. Who you rocking with?
Will Smith.
Yeah, see?
Music-wise.
That's how you got to keep it.
Yeah. I had hope. That's the sad part. It was kind of like when we saw Aladdin, we were just like, I told you, I had a bad feeling about Aladdin. I remember I told you I had a bad feeling, and I saw it, and I was like, this was pretty damn, it was better than I expected.
I really have a bad feeling about this shit.
I have a bad feeling about this shit on fucking Star Wars. That shit's coming out in December. Damn, Disney got that shit coming out too? Fuck! They got Frozen 2 coming out. They got Frozen 2 coming out later on this year too. Fuck! And Disney Plus is gonna launch in like November.
Yep.
Fuck!
I'm actually looking forward to that shit now. Like, I wasn't so hyped up about it and shit, but now it's like
jump.
Fuck. Since the motherfucker said $6.99, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap.
Someone told me, it was like, not all, what's gonna be on is all their catalog gonna be on there. I was like, bruh. And I had to list everything that was gonna be there, and he was like, well, on that case,
repeat what you just said. Their whole catalog is gonna be on there.
Damn near.
That's enough already. Shit.
All their animated movies, all their Disney Channel shows, all their Marvel, Star Wars.
Fuck.
That's all you need. That's billions. That's trillions of dollars on one app for $6.99.
Yep.
I thought WWE was cheap, but they gave us that was $9.99. This is for $6.99.
Yeah.
That's a fucking steal.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, what episode is this?
143.
It's episode 143 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This one, episode 143 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always follow me on the Twitter. At Mr. Busby 4 lowercase 08. You could follow the podcast at iLLogical SP. You can follow us on Instagram at iLLogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
And of course you can hit me on all social media, JC No.
Shout out
to everybody tuned into the return to Throwback Thursday.
Luda.
Yeah, everybody like that.
Y'all need to appreciate Ludacris too.
The next one will be up, but the link tree is going to be having maintenance for from 10:30 p.m. Pacific time to midnight.
Today?
Nah, the night I'm supposed to put it up. So just wait till Thursday morning to download the next one. That it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be there.
If you try to download that shit at 10:52 Pacific time, it ain't gonna work. Sorry, unless you follow me on Apple Music or Spotify, it's not gonna work.
We still need our cover arts, Hove.
I've given up.
Yeah, man.
Elliot.
Let that shit
Elliot
go.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Elliot. Give us our fucking covers.
Give me what I want!
That's all I want. That's all I want. You?
I mean, I don't care about the covers.
No, make your shout out.
Oh, yeah, that part. You can follow me on all my social media at Busby Killing Them. Search VNMS, that spells venomous, on all your digital streaming platforms. And yeah, man, I mean, shit. Get ready for the next week.
Yeah, man, shit.
That's how it be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a packed week with music-wise.
Seriously.
Y'all need to pay attention to NF.
That's what I'm saying, man. Get ready for this shit. It's gonna be crazy.
Pay attention to NF, people, because if he has #1 album, I'm going to laugh.
Ooh.
Anyway, we out, bitches.
Peace.